I think anything is possible. Yeah. We saw what he did under adversity. We saw him go to a championship game at the 6A level with Desert Ridge when they were not the second best. They lost the championship game. I think it was Hamilton that year that beat them. They were not the second best team playing 6A football. They may not have been in the top 5.
In that championship
overall.
game, by the way, that championship game that you're talking about, the Desert Ridge against Hamilton, they played in the Cardinal Stadium.
Yeah. We were there.
It was a team in Hamilton that was much, much better, but Jeremy Hathcock kept that game close.
Kept it close, yeah. And gave them an outside shot at winning the game. Did not embarrass themselves. And when you've got that guy on your sidelines and that guy running your program, you've always got a chance to rebuild. And there's a lot of rebuilding to be done. The Yellow Jackets cannot, I'm going to make this statement, they cannot lose to Winter Rock tomorrow.
Yeah,
Could be catastrophic for the remainder of the 2022 season.
They want to make the playoffs. It's got to start tomorrow.
Got to get a win at Winter Rock. Derek, great job. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you here in just a bit, live at Show Low High School for the game broadcast.
Hey, thank you. God bless you all.
That's Derek Simmons, our producer of all things video at Sports Zone Radio. My right-hand guy here as we bring you the best coverage on radio and the best live video stream coverage of high school football across the state. Award-winning coverage at Sports Zone Radio. And do get out there and enjoy our game. If you want to watch the video, go to the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page, the Sports Zone Radio YouTube channel, and you can find our coverage right there. And we're happy to bring it to you. All right, I'm going to turn it over to B-Squared Byron Brown in just a few moments. Live at Show Low High School, they take on the Winslow Bulldogs. Congratulations to Round Valley, a 42-6 was that victory. I think that was the final score last night over Ganado. Congratulations. Tonight in the 3A Northeast region, Page is hosting Monument Valley, and then tomorrow afternoon, that 3 o'clock kickoff we just talked about, Blue Ridge at Winter Rock. Live coverage here at Sports Zone Radio. The Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show, the show the coaches call, comes up after play-by-play of our Game of the Week broadcast, which is next. Show Low Winslow, thanks for joining us on the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. God bless you, everybody.
It's time to cash in on the value of your old car. You may have seen more new cars at dealerships, but used car values are still holding high for the moment. It's time to trade in your current vehicle and get top dollar while you still can. Where? Hatch Toyota, of course. The White Mountains Volume Dealer is still offering the highest possible values for your trade. Or we'll buy it outright. Cars, trucks, crossovers, SUVs. Come in and get an instant appraisal and offer. And we will write you a check on the spot. Or apply it as trade value for your new 2022 Hatch Toyota. And we have the inventory. Now's the time to turn your old car into a payday. We're not just saying it, we're paying it. Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low and at hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Offer offered credit to Toyota Financial Services. Excludes government and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio. It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
And welcome in to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown. With me is Cody Brown. We're here at Show Low Ford Stadium, home of the Show Low Cougars, where the Show Low Cougars will be taking on a 3A East opponent, Winslow Bulldogs. And in this key matchup this week for the Show Low Cougars, coming off a tough loss last week against the Snowflake Lobos. The big game, not just on the White Mountains, but in the state last week, where the Show Low Cougars came away with a loss, 20-14, close game last week. But the Cougars did get the loss against the Snowflake Lobos. And here tonight, wanting to redeem themselves with not only a victory, but a conference victory as well. And we're getting ready for the national anthem, so we'll take a quick stop here and pay our respects. And after last Sunday, which was 9/11, much respects to all who give their lives up, and to all our firefighters and police force and military. What a great way here this evening to start the game, and a beautiful evening here tonight at the home of the Show Low Cougars. And Cody, before we went to radio silence to hear the national anthem, I talked about Show Low coming off a tough loss last week against the Lobos at Snowflake. And here tonight, they're playing a conference opponent, the Winslow Bulldogs. Both teams searching for their first conference victory.
Yeah, I think Show Low is a favorite here tonight, and especially coming off that loss to Snowflake, I think they'll have a little chip on their shoulder. And even though it is Snowflake and they moved up to 4A, and it was a tough game, it was hard fought, and I think they're ready to do the same here tonight.
Yeah, you know, it was from some of the accounts that we've heard, people thought it was maybe a sloppy game last week, but you kind of expect a sloppy game between two highly ranked teams in their division. Show Low, highly ranked, #1 at the moment. Last week in 3A, Snowflake, I'm sure one of the top 10 teams, top 5, probably in our estimation, maybe the top team in 4A, but they got to prove it, right? Just because you move up a division. But
Yep.
Two top-ranked teams last week, they're going to go toe-to-toe. It's going to seem like a sloppy game because of the turnovers, because they're both very good at the game of football.
Yep, you got it. And as well as that, I think we all know the history here on the mountain, and we know Show Low and Snowflake aren't the best of friends, and I think that's also why it would be considered a sloppy or a hard-fought game last week.
Absolutely, and so here tonight, Show Low comes in ranked #3 according to the Sports Zone Radio top 10. #3 here tonight, I believe. #1 was Thatcher. #2, Eastmark. Show Low #3, Push Ridge #4. There's your top 4, folks, right there in the 3A division for football. So Show Low comes in 2-1. The Winslow Bulldogs coming off a victory last week over the Flagstaff Eagles. They come in 2-1. Their one loss was to Holbrook 2 weeks ago, their rivalry game. So both teams, now I know Show Low still has to play Blue Ridge, and that's a rivalry game for them, but Snowflake's a rivalry game, so both have played a rivalry game, both have lost, and here tonight, we're looking at the coin toss right now. It's in the hands of Mr. Copeland. He called it. We'll see who wins. Looks like Show Low wins the coin toss. They're letting them know what they want. Show Low does win, they're going to defer to the second half. So Winslow should be receiving the ball. Show Low's going to be kicking to the south. I call that the south, north, south here. That's east, that's west. They're going to be kicking it to the north side. And here shortly, Mr. Brown, we're going to be starting a 3A conference football game between the Winslow Bulldogs and the Show Low Cougars. Both teams getting excited, rolling around, and here tonight, as in our last game that we saw in the very first game, where Show Low defeated previously number 1 ranked Valley Christian. It was the 3-man show right there, right?
Yes, it
Nash
was.
Brewer, Ray Pedraza, and Ryan Kishbaugh, the 3-headed monster for the Cougars, really stepped up that night against Valley Christian. And I expect those 3 guys, 2 of them seniors, to really lead this team, to lift them up after a tough defeat last week.
Yep, you got it. Especially with that 3-headed monster back there playing a Winslow team, I expect a big game from all 3 of them and a big game for the Show Low Cougars here tonight.
Folks, you're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. We're getting ready for kickoff. We're ready to give the ball to the Show Low kicker here. Show Low's lined up, Winslow's lined up. Folks, you can hear the crowd. It is an energetic crowd here tonight for the Show Low Cougars. Home game for Show Low against Winslow. Getting ready for the kickoff. That's number 1. Calvin Morgan getting ready to kick off for the Show Low Cougars. Just waiting for Mr. Copeland, and here it is. And here's a short pooch kick. It's going to be fielded at the 20. Bobble, it's on the ground, picked up, and nothing but green jerseys swarm the Bulldog return man.
Good job by the special teams right there. Go straight for the ball. Everybody's on him, even though he bobbled it. By the time he picked it up, they're all surrounding him, and they stop him right there.
And folks, you're going to have to bear with us here tonight. The roster, there's only one roster that I have, and there is no number 3, okay, for the Winslow Bulldogs. So hopefully the rest of the players that we have, we do have numbers for, and at quarterback is Keaton. Keaton for the Bulldogs. They're in a shotgun formation, man in motion, 2-man in motion. Should be a flag. Let's see. They give the ball to the outside, and he is stuck on the outside. That's a big hit by Pedraza.
Yeah, Matthew right there with the carry for Winslow, and he tried to get around that corner, and he got popped.
That could be the big hit of the game. First play of the series by Pedraza of the Cougars. Right there. Set up. They're going to give him a yard. I guess because he took the big hit, might as well get a yard out of it. Bulldogs in shotgun formation, 2nd and 9, man in motion. Here's the fake handoff. Quarterback keeps it up the middle and will get nothing, but will be tackled for a loss. Tackle for loss.
Yeah, good job right there. Again, the D-line showing up for Show Low early and stuffing them.
Little RPO action by Keaton, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Faked the handoff to number 3. Again, I don't have number 3 on the roster. Kept it himself, went up the line, but he lost the yard. And the last time, Cody, that we were here against Valley Christian, the Cougar defense really stepped up in that first half of that game. Shotgun formation, here's the snap, rollout by Keaton to his right. He's looking for a receiver, throws it downfield. It's caught inbounds, right close to the first down marker. That's number 6 for the Bulldogs, Tavian Garcia with the catch.
Yeah, great job right there by Winslow with the rollout right there. Throwing to the sideline, gets his feet in, and they don't know if the chains are short or they're going to give him the first down.
So that's a pass of 10 yards for the Bulldogs. They'll give him a first down. That's Keaton to Garcia to pick up that first down. And they barely got a toe in. That was great camera work by our guys here at Sports Zone Radio. Just caught the tip of the cleat inbounds. Shotgun formation. Here's the handoff up the middle. And it is swarmed by the wall of green of the Cougar defense.
Yeah, tie right there for Winslow on the run. He tries to run it up the middle, but there was nothing there.
Nothing but green shirts. That's 56 for the Cougars. Up the middle, Stetson Walters. And also 22 in on the tackle, Carson Cooper, and 2 other big shirts. I believe that was 73. Clogging up the middle for the Cougars, Gabe Benally right there. Big offensive line. We're going to say no gain. 2nd and 10, shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Roll out by Keaton to his left. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to tuck and run, and he's going to be sacked. That's a sack by the Cougars, and he is brought down by Gabe Benally.
Yeah, fantastic pressure right there by the Cougar defense. And right now that Winslow offensive line looks a little lost out there.
That's a loss of 2 right there. That'll put Winslow at 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12. So far, Cody, the Bulldogs, when passing, they're trying to roll their quarterback out to buy him time. On that one, he didn't have any time. They were just all over him, swarming the green jerseys. Shotgun formation, here's a snap. Here's Keaton, he's gonna be pressured right off the bat. He loses the ball. It's picked up by Show Low, and it will be Show Low ball. That's number 31 that comes up with the play. Colton Cloyd picks it up, and I believe that's 73. Gabe Benally, no, that's 52 right there. Armande Flores with the sack and the strip, and the recovery by the Cougars.
Right there, he got his arm around him, got the ball, he went straight for the ball, not even the tackle, and he went for him, got it, got the strip sack, and now Show Low's in their own territory, ready to drive.
Right at the Bulldogs' 23-yard lines, they were already up at the line of scrimmage. Here's a pitch out, reverse to Kishbaugh. He's got room, blockers out front. He gets the edge, he's down the sideline, all the way down to the 4-yard line. Kishbaugh for the Cougars.
How do you like that little trickery to start out the day?
Yeah, a little snap pitch out to Pedraza, who gives it to Kishbaugh, who had lead blockers up, got to this edge, got to the sideline, and got out to the 4-yard line. So it's 1st and goal. That's a gain of 18 by Kishbaugh. Gets it down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Cougars. Brewer under center. Here's the snap. Here's the give to Kishbaugh up the front, and he is in for the touchdown.
Nice run right there. Great job by the Show Low Cougars O-line to give him that push, and a nice easy run in the end zone.
Yeah, right there. Kishbaugh just following the back of Pedraza and his offensive line. Great surge up front by the Cougar offensive line, and Kishbaugh doesn't get touched right there until about the 1-yard line, falls forward for the first Cougar touchdown of the evening with 8:49 in the first quarter. Here's a bad low snap. Here's a pass to Brewer. He's going to get it. 2-point conversion is good by the Cougars. The Cougars are successful in their 2-point conversion.
Colton Tidwell right there coming off the end. He gets that 2-point conversion for the catch.
It almost looked like it was meant, it was a bad snap, but I believe that was a play fake. They had a low snap, act like it was a play fake, and then just had Brewer, because it looked great. Nobody was off down the field. They didn't get, the call for the offensive lineman downfield. So nice job right there by the Show Low Cougars and getting the 2-point conversion. So Show Low Cougars 8, Winslow Bulldogs 0. 8:49 left in the first quarter. You're listening to Sports Zone Radio, Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic offers exceptional care to not only our White Mountain athletes, but anyone in pain. Jeffrey Cornelson, DO, and Jacob Oldham, MD, specialize in joint, hip, and knee replacement with new and efficient procedures, including the use of ROSA, knee robotic technology. They also work to help you manage osteoarthritis, sports injuries, joint instability or dislocation, tendinitis, carpal tunnel, and ACL and rotator cuff tears. For the best in orthopedic care, look no further than Summit Healthcare's Orthopedic Clinic, now accepting new patients.
We're ready for the kickoff. Calvin Morgan lines it up. Another pooch kick. That's going to be received at the 20. Fumbled again. Bulldog runner trying to get to the outside. He's got green jerseys in front of him. He will not make it to the 25-yard line. He is brought down for a 4-yard return. That's number 21. guess what? I don't have 21 either. We're going to write these down. We do crack staff of the Sports Zone Radio doing a great job here, getting me some numbers and some players' names right here. Number 3 is Romero. Romero. Now we're going to find out who 21 is. Marquise. Dylan Marquise. Right there with the return. So the Bulldogs will start at their 23-yard line. Trips right. Here's the handoff to Romero across the end. He's going to go forward. He's going to get minimal gain. He'll get a yard from that tough Cougar defense.
Tell you what, that Cougar defense looks really good opening up here. They stick to their assignments. They're sticking to that outside. They know what's coming, and they're stopping him right there.
Well, they're quick up front. I'm telling you, that's 52. Armande Flores, and also 73, Gabe Benelli, just getting off their, beating really their blockers off the ball, getting into the gap right there. So it's 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. They're going to be in shotgun formation. Keaton's at the quarterback. He's going to give the handoff. Bobble, and it's right into the arms of a Cougar defender. Turnover Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looked like a little miscommunication right there on the handoff between the quarterback Dylan and Ty Despain right there. Bobbled it and just popped right into the Show Low Cougars defense hands.
Yeah, Ty never really had control of it. It popped right into the hands of Cutter Pepper, the defensive end of the Cougars, who just came in unblocked. And again, the Show Low Cougars are going to start off in great territory at the 25, the Bulldog 25-yard line. I'm sorry, the 20-yard line of the Bulldogs. Brewer under center. He's going to give the ball. That's balled, and that's fumbled, and Bulldogs recover.
Great play there by Winslow to bust through that gap and basically take a page out of Show's defensive book and get in the backfield and knock the ball loose.
That's Joel Barber right there that comes in, lays the hit on Pedraza. Pedraza really never had the ball. There's just a mishandled handoff right there between Brewer and Pedraza that comes to a turnover, and the Bulldogs are going to basically have the ball right back at their 25-yard line, first down. Here's the shotgun. Here's the snap to Keaton. Blitz is on by Cougars. He's pressured. He rolls to his right. He throws it. Knocked away by the Cougar defender, Kishbaugh.
Yeah, good coverage right there by Kishbaugh. He had to step on him, but he recovered quick, knocked that ball out, incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's pressure right there by Flores, number 52. On the outside, nice job by Keaton, rolling to his right. Nice throw right there for his intended receiver, Romero. But great play right there by Kishbaugh, the cornerback, defensive back on the play. 7:47 here in the first quarter. Show Low 8, Winslow 0. Bulldogs in shotgun formation. Man in motion. Here's the snap, here's the give. Nope, it's kept by the quarterback. He's running forward. He's going to get a few yards right there on 2nd down and 10. He's going to get 3 yards for Keaton for the Bulldogs, which will put him in a 3rd and 7 situation.
Jeremy Kishbaugh with the stop right there with that tackle for a minimum gain, leading to a 3rd down.
Well, again, we're seeing tonight the same Cougar defense, the ferocity that we saw in week 1 against Valley Christian. They were a dominant defense in that first half before Valley Christian was able to score 3 touchdowns in the second half. But Show Low was still victorious 42-28 that night. The Bulldogs, shotgun formation, man in motion. He fakes the pitch. He's going to look outside, and it's through the arms of Romero.
Yeah, that pass just a little bit behind him, and Romero not able to quite come down with that one.
Again, seems like the Bulldogs got a little motion going on, but they're not calling it here early. King with another nice pass. Look, that should have been caught by Romero. Anytime you can get your hands on it, you got to come down with it. So that's going to put it 4th down. 4th and 7 for the Bulldogs. They're going to be in punt formation. I believe that's Kishbaugh back. High snap, blocked by the Cougars. Special teams picked up, and it's going to be run into the end zone by number 54. That's Zane Engel of the Cougars special teams.
Yeah, and that's Colton Cord right there with the block coming in on that mishandled snap. Ends up blocking it. And the Show Low Cougars will return it for a touchdown.
That was the highest rainbow snap I've seen, and that allowed, right there, that allowed the Cougar special teams, Cloyd, to come in and put the block on it, and then it's just scooped and score by Zane Engel. So as we saw in week 1 for the Show Low Cougars, were in the first half, all three facets of the game for the Cougars was working, and here again tonight, offense, defense, special teams showing up for the Cougars. The Cougars are successful on their extra point. They'll put it 15-0. Show Low Cougars over the Winslow Bulldogs. We've got 6:46 remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
Explore beyond your limits with Samsung's new AO3S smartphone. Free for a limited time at Naked Mobile. Activate 2 months of our $75 a month 60GB LTE data plan and get the Samsung Galaxy AO3S smartphone for free. Capture awesome pics with a triple lens rear camera or shoot video in HD, Bluetooth, GPS, and side fingerprint sensor for fast access and 32GB of internal storage. Get out and explore the world. At Naked Mobile, we've got you covered for free at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
6:40 left in the first quarter. Show Low 15, Winslow 0. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown with Cody Brown. Here tonight, Winslow returns the kick to the 23-yard line. They start off the shotgun. Here's a handoff to Romero up the front, and he will get nothing and lose yardage. Will Romero, this defense of the Cougars, really standing tall in the first quarter. That's a loss of a yard. Put it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, the Winslow offense can't get anything going right now. No momentum, nothing. I think the only first time they've had tonight was that on that passing play rolling out.
That's the only positive offensive play right now. And then the defensive side on the turnover. But right now, 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Keaton, the quarterback for the Bulldogs, in shotgun formation, has one running back next to him. Here's the snap, low snap. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking. He rolls. It's batted in the air and falls just out of the outreached arms of the Cougar defender right there, looking for it. Just couldn't quite get there. I believe that was 74. Marcus Henderson that tried to come up with the interception.
Yeah, and Dylan looks a little shaken up out there. I think when they went up to tip the pass, he caught some sort of body part on the Show Low Cougar defense.
Yeah, up front there, we have an injured Bulldog player right now. It's number 74. I believe that's, and I don't have his number, but he did the splits while trying to block. His foot went out from underneath him, and he's on the ground. We're going to take a timeout during this injury of the Bulldogs player. We've got 5:57 left in the first quarter. Show Low 15, Winslow 0. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
It's football season, and for our September special, we are giving away front row tickets to see the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, you not only get free dinners at Los Corrales, baby, and free movie tickets at the WME theaters, but this month, your name goes in the hat for 2 front row tickets to see the Cardinals battle the Saints Thursday night, October 20th at Cardinal Stadium in Glendale. Plus, you get gas money and motel the night of the game. Right now, get dinners and movies, or choose full-service car washes, or $100 in window tint. And your name goes in the hat for front row Arizona Cardinals tickets. Oh, and if you don't like football, we will simply give you $1,000 cash. You know the number. 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back.
And welcome back to Show Low Field, the home of the Show Low Cougars on that play right there. The Bulldogs try to pass. It was broken up by the defensive back of the Cougars and then picked off by Jeremy Kishbaugh. The third turnover of the night by the Bulldogs against this Cougar defense. And again, the Show Low Cougars come up with great field position. They're just outside. They're at the 21-yard line of the Bulldogs. Brewer under center. Here's the snap. Here's the fake give. Brewer rolling to his left. Looking downfield. Throws it to Kishbaugh. A little behind. Tried to lead him, but he left him behind instead of forward.
Yeah, Kishbaugh had an open lane right there. He could have got about 5 or 10 extra yards on that catch if he just put it right in front of him.
Yeah, right there, if you're Kishbaugh, that's what you're supposed to do, is run the route to the sidelines. And what Brewer was trying to do is say, hey, you got wide open in the inside. I'm going to try to lead you to the inside. Instead, should have led him to the outside, let him catch it, and then turn upfield. Regardless, incomplete pass for the Cougars. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the Bulldogs 21. Brewer in shotgun formation with Pedraza to his left. They're trying to figure out the play. They're going to call a timeout. Right there, Show Low Cougars trying to figure out the play. A little confusion between Brewer and Pedraza. And Cody, let's go back to that interception. That was a great play by the defensive back of the Cougars. And when we get a replay, we're going to check out who that was. But he timed it perfectly where he just came when the ball hit the receiver in the hands to knock it straight up. And then Jeremy Kishbaugh coming up from the secondary and coming up with the interception.
Yeah, and it was a 50-50 ball right there between the Winslow receiver and the Show Low Cougars defense right there. And he just ripped it away from him. I believe the Winslow guy was about to catch it, and he just ripped it right out from him, and they get the ball.
Yeah, great play right there. Again, this Cougar defense really showing tonight. And they showed, I believe they showed last week, anytime you hold the Snowflake Lobos to 20 points, you've done a pretty good job. You've showed up. So the Cougar defense really showing up here in these first 3 games for the Cougars. And here tonight in the first quarter of the 4th game that they played, Brewer in the shotgun formation, running back to his right. That's Pedraza. Here's Brewer. He's going to keep it himself, go upfield. He breaks a few tackles. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Great run there by Nash Brewer to get around those couple guys. And talk about quickness. He eludes a couple defenders right there. Makes about, I would say, 3 or 4 guys miss. And straight into the end zone.
Brewer on the pit. He just basically was an option right there, read option. The Bulldogs did a nice job of going out and take away Pedraza. And Brewer, seeing that, just went straight upfield, but there was a flag on the play. There was a flag on the play, and there is an injured Bulldog player. Now, if I got that correctly, he signaled there's no foul. Is that correct, if I see that?
I would believe so.
I thought I saw correctly there, but there was no foul. It looked like, I see what it was. It looked like there was maybe a late hit, blindside, what they call blindside. But according to that replay, great job by our camera guys in the replay booth right there. You saw the blocking downfield, and they got their shoulder in front of the defender. So I believe we're going to find out when we come back after this injured play. But watch number 52. I think that's where they were going to call the foul on the Cougars. There's one block on 52 on the 10. Here's 56 on 77, but he's clearly in front of him. I thought that was a clean block. We're going to find out. Great camera work by the Sports Zone radio crew and the replay booth there. We're taking a timeout right now. There's an injured Bulldog player. Not sure who it was. That previous one earlier was number 74, David, and he was able to come off the field. I believe that's number 77. Looks like Jonathan Gattoni is coming off the field right now. That's 77 for the Bulldogs coming off the field. So they did call there must have been 2 fouls. And so one was accepted, one was not against the against Cougars. And So that's going to put the Cougars, that play didn't happen. And that's going to bring it back. So it'll be 2nd and 12 from the 22-yard line. 2nd and 12 from the 22 of the Bulldogs. Cougars in shotgun formation. Pedraza goes in motion. Here's a rush by the Bulldogs. Brewer's going to take a step. He's going to throw it deep, and it's too deep and over the receivers of Kishbaugh and Cloyd out of the end zone. Incomplete pass, 3rd down.
Yeah, it looked like Kishbaugh and Cloyd right there had a little miscommunication of who was going to go catch that ball. They're both right there, and the ball was perfectly in the middle of them. A little bit overthrown, but it looked like there's a little miscommunication. And number 55 right there, Joel Barber. Great job coming off the end for Winslow and getting that pressure on him.
So 3rd and 12. Brewer in shotgun formation, no backs. Here's the snap. Brewer has it. He's back to pass. He's flushed. He's trying to elude a defender. He does. He looks deep into the end zone. He's got a receiver. Caught. Touchdown. Cougars.
Number 31 right there, Colton Cloyd. He gets his 2nd chance right there and capitalizes on it with a Cougar touchdown.
What a great play right there by Brewer. The Bulldog defender had him by the ankles. He's able to slip out and then deliver a bullet to Cloyd coming across the middle for a 23-yard touchdown pass. That's Brewer to Cloyd, 23-yard pass for the Cougars for their 3rd touchdown of the evening. Here's the extra point, and it's good. That'll bring Show Low 22, Winslow 0. You got 5:14 left in the first quarter. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
And we're waiting the kickoff after the Show Low score to bring it Show Low Cougars 22. Winslow Bulldogs 0 with 5:21 left in the first quarter. A dominating performance here by the Show Low Cougars in the first 6.5 minutes of the first quarter, Cody.
Yeah, very impressive right here by Show Low. Like you said, dominating on all facets of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams.
Here's a squib kick. Winslow falls on it, but it's loose. Who's got it? There's a little scrum right there, but it looks like Winslow was able to come up with it. That's 34 for the Bulldogs.
Ernesto Martinez right there following on it for Winslow.
Martinez had it, kind of slipped through his hands, and then he fell on it before all the Cougars, and then we all know what happens in those scrums. Everybody's grabbing something, and they're trying to get the football. And we're going to have our station ID. You're listening to Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week on Mix 98 KRFM. Show Low, the White Mountains, home of Sports Zone Radio. Bulldogs with a snap. Here's the fake. Keaton, and he has swarmed over the quarterback for the Bulldogs. Keaton, number 7, sees nothing but green jerseys as he tries to keep around the end.
That Show Low defense is relentless right now. They're up 22-0 in the first quarter, and they're still not giving up anything.
And on that play, number 31, Colton Cloyd, the major player for the defense and offense of the Cougars, he's being helped off, and they're still going to play because he didn't call time. He just went straight in, and on that replay, you see him grab for his knee after going after the ball carrier of the Bulldogs. So hopefully everything's okay. It's a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Here's the snap. Keaton back to pass. He's being pressured. He's going to Go down. No, he runs forward, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He avoids a sack, but he gets no gain.
Yeah, 56 right there on the tackle. Stinson Walters for Show Low. Not giving up on the play, running him down, and getting him for that loss.
Big pursuit right there by the Show Low Cougar defense. Really, again, you just wonder, is the Bulldog offensive line, are they even touching the defensive players of Show Low the way the Show Low Cougars are able to just explode through the offensive line of the Bulldogs? Doesn't seem like they're being touched. It's almost like they just get a free pass. Here's the snap. Keaton under pressure. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to keep the ball. He's going to run forward and take a hit, but he does get positive yardage. He gets 3 yards on that play.
Gage Reedhead right there on the tackle for Show Low, stopping him and getting that 4th and long.
Keaton feeling the effects of that hit as he gets off, as he kind of limps to the sideline. So it's 4th and 12 for the Bulldogs. That was a gain of 3 by Keaton. 4th and 12, here's the snap, better snap, punt is off. Back to Kishbaugh, it's gonna bounce, go into the arms of Kishbaugh. He's gonna do a dance out to the outside, he's got the sideline, and then he's met by the Bulldogs special teams.
Nice little move right there by Kishbaugh, getting them on their heels and getting that positive yardage for that punt return.
Kishbaugh with a 14-yard punt return. Got the ball at the 30, brought it to the Cougar 44. Believe it or not, Cody Brown, this is the deepest or the farthest territory where Cougars going to start on offense. They've been in the Bulldog territory every offensive series except for this one. They're going to start at their own 44. How about that? That's your worst field position, is your own 44. Brewer under center. He gives the ball straight up the middle. He bounces around. That's Kishbaugh. And he finally gets dragged down just short of the 40-yard line. He got to the 42 of the Bulldogs. That's Kishbaugh up the middle.
Kishbaugh gets met by Winslow right there about 3 yards off the line of scrimmage, and yet still manages to get through and get that extra yardage.
14-yard run by Kishbaugh. Rock the Kishbaugh. That was 5. Pedraza, my bad. Pedraza, number 5, with a 14-yard gain. Cougars under center, Brewer. And he's going to give the Kishbaugh this time up the middle. He's going to go through, squirt through, fight his way down for a gain of 7. Kishbaugh around the right end. Great blocking up front. Doesn't get hit till about the 6-yard line, falls forward for a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, another nice run right there by the Show Low Cougars offense. Just keeping that ball moving, keeping the clock moving, and driving downfield.
Here's the snap. Brewer goes back to pass. He's rolling to his left. He's going to throw to Kishbaugh out the flat. Spin move. Another move. Kishbaugh down the sideline. Kishbaugh touchdown.
Great job by Kishbaugh right there. Great catch. Jumping up there. Hit him with the spin move and goes up field into the end zone.
That's a Cougar Brewer to Kishbaugh, 35-yard touchdown pass. I don't do it, but I know you play Madden. What button was that Kishbaugh did?
Well, first you hit the jump, that's Y, and then you hit the B, and that's a spin move.
There you go, Y, then B, and then Kishbaugh in the end zone. The extra point is good for the Cougars. It is 1:58 left in the first quarter. Show Low 29, Winslow 0. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO. Experienced physicians and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Welcome back. This is Byron Brown, B-Square with Cody Brown. And you're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. 2:03 left in the first quarter. Show Low 29, Winslow 0. A dominating performance by the Cougars here in the first half. Here comes the little squib kick by the Cougars. Bulldogs are going to fall on it at their 30-yard line. All three facets of the game for the Show Low Cougars coming here to play tonight. We got offense, special teams, and defense. I believe all three have scored tonight. We have a special teams touchdown. Oh, we don't have a defensive touchdown, but they have 3 turnovers that have set up the offense in great field position. Hey, they need a defensive touchdown, right, for the trifecta here tonight. Bulldogs, 1st and 10 from the 30. Here's the snap, fake pitch, hand up the middle. Nothing there but Cougars.
Number 10 right there, Ty getting the actual handoff after that little fake, and still nowhere to go because that defensive line, like you said, just feels like it's being untouched. Getting in the backfield and no room to run.
That's minus 4 yards. That's a 4-yard loss for the Bulldogs, and we're about 1 minute, 30 seconds away from finding out how many negative yards the Bulldogs have, because I don't know if they have any positive the way they keep going backwards. So 2nd and 14 for the Bulldogs. Here's the snap. Keaton rolling to his right. He's going to pitch it to the running back who can't get outside and who takes another loss.
Yeah, it looks like he bobbled that snap a little bit, and he wanted to pitch it a little bit sooner to him, but he couldn't, so he got the ball, got control, and then pitched it a little too late.
That was tied to Spain trying to get to the outside, and the quickness, the speed of the Cougar defense prevails, and Bulldogs going backwards. That's a minus 2-yard loss right there for the Bulldogs. Now it's 3rd and 16. And you want to talk about salivating right here. This Cougar defensive line is looking for a sack if the Bulldogs want to throw the ball. Here's a snap. Here comes the rush. Here's a throw back, and it's knocked down. Little screen pass attempted by the Bulldogs, knocked down by the Cougar defense, Stetson Walters.
Yeah, Stetson Walters right there. Nice job dumping up, realizing where that play is going, that it's going back into the right side, just jumping up and knocking that ball down. Another 3rd down stop.
You know who would be impressed with that right there? The Cougar volleyball team. That was a great spike, the way he just went up and above and just slammed it down. Here's the Winslow punt. A little short to the sidelines. It's going to roll out of bounds at the Bulldog 43-yard line. So the Cougars, once again, will have possession inside the Bulldog territory.
Yeah, another great job by the defense to set him up there for that great field position and only allowing that punt to go so far and still in their own territory.
The Cougar offense, aside from the 1 turnover on that 1 series, has been very efficient. They've scored on every time they've touched the ball. They do a little motion. Brewer in the backfield by himself. Shotgun, here's the snap. Brewer back to pass. Here's a rush. There's a hold, but Brewer gets to the outside. He's got room. He's down to the sideline, cuts it inside. Is finally brought down at the 25-yard line for a gain of 18 yards.
Great job again right there. Getting out of the pocket, being quick, being elusive, avoiding those tacklers, getting upfield for a positive gain.
I thought there was a little hold on the Winslow Bulldog defender, Joel Barber right there, but it wasn't seen, and we're just going to go it down. We're going to end this. Cougars going to wait for the 2nd quarter to start the next play. And there goes the quarter. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It is Show Low 29, Winslow 0. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio. Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Hatch Toyota in Show Low does a lot of advertising. The best advertising is when your experience is so good, you tell your friends about it.
My product specialist was patient with me. She helped me trade in my old car and get the best car and best deal on a new one. She was amazing, trusting, and kind. I would go back again just to see her. I highly recommend Hatch Toyota.
I have purchased my fair share of cars over the years, with the majority of them being from Hatch Toyota. Yesterday, I picked up another truck, and the experience was first class from top to bottom. I'll always continue to buy from them and refer others as well. First class dealership.
We know you can buy anywhere, and we want your experience to be worthy of telling your friends. We also offer Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan, including roadside service for 2 years or 25,000 miles.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
And you're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown with Cody Brown. We're at the start of the second quarter. Cougars at the Bulldogs 30-yard line. Here's the snap to Brewer. He fakes the pass, looks deep into the corner of the end zone, lets it go, lets it fly. It is brought down for the touchdown by Kishbaugh. 30-yard touchdown from Brewer to Kishbaugh.
Kishbaugh coming down there with a great catch. This quarterback trusting him 100%, knowing if I just throw it up there, he'll be there.
That was great coverage by the Bulldog defender. Number 21, don't have that name. Number 21 for the Bulldogs. Great coverage, but just a better pass and catch by Brewer and Kishbaugh. That's going to put the Show Low Cougars to 36 with the extra point coming. That took 7 seconds of the second quarter. And the kick is up, and it's good. It is 36 to 0. Show Low Cougars over the Winslow Bulldogs in a play that took 7 seconds and a 30-yard touchdown pass from Brewer to Kishbaugh. Cody, let's talk about the offense of the Cougars, how they're just rolling right now.
Yeah, like we said before the game, we expected a big game from these three, and they're giving it to us. Not to mention, with great special teams play and great defense.
Well, if there was any doubt of what kind of effects last week's game loss to the Snowflake Lobos would have on the Show Low Cougars, well, I think you're finding out that it was a resounding yes, they are ready for tonight. They're ready to move on and to show the 3A who the team to beat is. And here's the short kick fielded by the Bulldogs at their 20, going to the end. He's got some room, and he's finally tackled and knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line, return of 20 for the Bulldogs.
Nice return there by the Winslow special teams. Finally getting a little room to run and getting a little momentum. Let's see what they can do with this drive.
Well, this will be their best start from the line of scrimmage here tonight for the Bulldogs. They started at their own 40-yard line. They're going to have to start something, try to get something positive. Not necessarily score, but they got to get some positive yardage. They were really stymied in that first quarter. Keaton in the backfield, swing pass out to Ty to Spain. He's going to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not sure if he got there or not. Let's see where they mark it. That could be, they believe they're going to start marking for a no gain. No gain right there, 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I like what Winslow's trying to do there. Get it out quick, get it to somebody. But Show Low on defense is just too good, recognizes it right away, and gets him at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Bulldogs, shotgun formation. One running back in the backfield. Here's the fake. Keaton's going to take it up the middle, and he might get a yard from the 40 to the 41. That's Keaton for the Bulldogs. Get a gain of 1.
And you see right there a little bit from that offensive line, you're starting to see they're getting frustrated that they cannot stop this defense from getting in the backfield.
This Cougar defense is basically saying, I want to put a statement out there that we're the best defense in the 3A division, but maybe 4A too. We are just one of the better defenses in Arizona. Here's the snap, pressure, Keaton on the rollout. He's going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked by the Cougar defense. That's number 50, Easton Pena.
Yeah, great job right there by Pena. Oh, yeah, Easton. I'll go with Easton right there. Just in pursuit of him, not giving up, and getting him in that backfield for the sack.
Well, it looks like we have a flag on the play. Trying to see, they're trying to figure it out right now. There's a flag on the play. Again, it's going to get called against the Cougars. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, targeting. Thank you. I wasn't sure about the first, this motion right here, what we saw Chuck Copeland put when he puts two fists together and the elbows outstretched. Not sure what that call is, but I do know what a fist to the head means. That's a helmet-to-helmet targeting call. So that's going to give the Bulldogs a first down. That's 15-yard penalty. That's going to put it at the Cougar 45. But a great play again by Easton of the Cougar defense. Winslow look at the sideline. I think they're going to call a timeout. They didn't have the right personnel in. So we're going to have a timeout by the Winslow Bulldogs. We're going to have a timeout here. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. 10:30 left in the second quarter. 36-0 Show Low Cougars.
Attention! Did you know that you may be eligible to receive a free data plan with 60 gigabytes of LTE data to use as a hotspot every month? If you live on tribal lands and are on a government assistance program like WIC, SNAP, Lifeline, Pell Grants, or Medicaid, Cellular One can help. Just ask for the Cellular One ACP plan. It comes with unlimited data and a 60 gigabyte LTE data hotspot. Get your free ACP plan at any Cellular One store today. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only. Non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
Low momentum for the Winslow Bulldogs to the Cougar 45. Shotgun formation. 2 men in motion. That's just, I love it. They're going to keep playing, but that's going to be thrown for loss right here. Breaks out of that tackle, goes forward. Look, one guy, I believe that was Romero, understood when he saw number 24, Matthew of the Bulldogs go in motion at the same time. He stopped because that should have automatically been two guys in motion, thrown the flag, killed the play. So he stopped, but they allowed the play to continue. And so they're going to allow that play, and right there, Matthew got taken down for a big loss. So from the 45, it is now back at the Winslow 43. A loss of 13 on the play.
And right when Winslow got into Show Low territory on their side of the field, they get it taken away just like that.
Not the momentum you want. Second and a long way. Keaton rolling. He's going to be sacked. Sacked again by the Cougar defense. That's number 20. Kieran Charlie right there with the sack.
Winslow just trying to create something positive, and they keep trying to roll the quarterback out, and there's still nothing there.
Well, you're finding out here tonight, Winslow is, you're not going to be faster than the Cougar defense to the outside. This Cougar defense is fast, and they're going to get to you on the outside. Another loss. Here's the snap, play, run, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Or he's going to be tackled for a loss.
Cutter Pepper right there for Show Low defense, just coming through that line, knowing exactly who has the ball, what kind of play they're running, and blows it up in the backfield.
That's a loss of 3. That previous play was a loss of 5. So there's about a loss of 21 yards on that series right there. Here's the punt. Kishbaugh is going to let it roll. Nice punt by the Bulldogs. It's going to go all the way down to the 25-yard line of the Cougars. There's a punt right there. A lot of pressure up front. Nobody left the block. Kishbaugh just said, you know what, I don't see any of my blockers up front. I'm going to let it roll, and roll to the 25 it did for the Bulldogs. Probably their second most positive play tonight.
Yeah, and I would say that's a good decision right there by Kishbaugh to just let it roll, let it go, because knowing this Show Low Cougars offense, they have no problem driving down the field.
Well, on defense, we started seeing mass substitutions for the Show Low Cougars. We'll see on offense, it looks like they still have their starting line out there. Brewers, the quarterback, Pedraza in the backfield next to Brewer on his left. Brewer in shotgun formation. Snap, back to pass, looks. He's being pressured. There's a flag on the play. He's getting out of it. He's running to his right now. He's scrambling, throws the ball, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Gage Reedhead. Brewer running around for his life. Guess who's running him down? Joel Barber. He's the guy that's doing it all on defense for the Bulldogs.
And I believe that penalty is on Robert Long right there. Number 76 for Show Low being an illegal man downfield. Because once he got off that block, he started running downfield, even though the ball was still in the backfield.
Well, you never know. Brewer is a runner and can run with it. So, you got to go out. Sometimes you got to go out front, be the lead blocker for your quarterback. Because if you don't and he takes off running, you know what the coach is going to be after game film, right? He's going to be on you saying, I could be worried out there blocking for my quarterback. And unfortunately for him, Brewer did not go upfield. So with the penalty, it's going to be 1st and 20. Brewer under center. He's going to give the ball around the end. That is Kishpaw, who goes up the middle for 5.
Nice hit right there by 72. Clark for Winslow. Making sure they still know there's a presence back there. And they're still out here to hit.
So gain of 5 for Kishpaw. Brings the ball up to the 15-yard line. They got to get all the way up to the 34, so 2nd and 19. Brewer under center, fakes it, back to pass, looks deep, gets hit as he throws, completed, downfield to the 32-yard line of a pass of 17 yards. That's Brewer to Colton Tidwell.
Yeah, nice play right there. Nice connection, nice pass, nice catch. If only Tidwell got a little bit deeper on that route, knowing where the sticks are, I think they could have picked up that 1st down.
Nonetheless, they got 17 yards out of the 19 they needed. It's 3rd and 2. Brewer comes under center. He's got 2 in the backfield. Pedraza goes in motion. Brewer's just going to take it up the middle. It's a quarterback sneak. He's got room. He breaks it loose. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Brewer scores.
Great job right there by Brewer in that offensive front to get that push. And Winslow not expecting a QB run right up the middle.
How about that? We saw that play in the first week against Valley Christian, and it went for big time for Brewer. And here, again, it's successful against the Bulldogs. 68-yard touchdown run by Brewer all the way to the end zone. That puts the score 42-0 for the Cougars with 7:12 left in the 2nd quarter. Here's the snap for the extra point. The kick, it's up, and it's good. Show Low 43, Winslow 0 with 7:12 left in the 2nd quarter. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Would you like to share your talents and make a difference in someone's life? Ask about volunteer opportunities at Summit Healthcare. Summit Healthcare volunteers serve in almost every department within their organization. Volunteers provide customer service, kitchen assistance, transportation, retail assistance, and help in most patient units. For more information on becoming a volunteer at Summit Healthcare and to learn more of some of the benefits of volunteering, call the Volunteer Services Manager at 928-537-6527. That's 928-537-6527.
And a dominating performance by the Show Low Cougars here tonight against the Winslow Bulldogs. Show Low 43, Winslow 0, 7:12 left in the 2nd quarter. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. And right now, you know what the Show Low Cougars are looking like? They're looking like that mean Toyota Tundra Limited truck that's available at Hatch Toyota. Check out the Tundra truck and the Tundra line at Hatch Toyota. Similar to the Tundra lineup, the big truck, offensive power, defensive power of the Show Low Cougars.
Yeah, you got it. That Show Low offense, Show Low defense, and special teams are just on point tonight. And like we said before, with that 3-headed monster and how quick and fast this Show Low team is, even though they run up the middle, as long as you're a little bit behind them, you're not catching them.
Well, Winslow, with the first positive play due to a penalty, was able to get into Cougar territory for the first time, but after that, they went in 3 plays. They went minus 24 yards. Here they're going to start tonight. Here's the handoff to the outside, and he is going to be stopped and tackled for a loss. They were able to get the kickoff at the 30-yard line, but now they're going to be pushed back to the 29. That's a loss of 1.
Yeah, Stetson Walters right there with getting in the backfield, getting a tackle, along with about 3 other Show Low Cougars.
Carson Cooper right there meeting the ball carrier of the Bulldogs. And he's going to come off. He's a little winded, or he got a little hurt right there. Maybe came down on the Bulldog runner a little funny. Bulldogs shotgun from their own 29. Keaton looking over the defense. Here's the snap. Quick pass on a slant. It's completed for a first down for the Bulldogs. Completed Keaton to Garcia. I'm sorry, that's number 4. I don't have number 4. I thought that was Garcia, but whoever number 4 is for the Bulldogs. First down.
Yeah, great play right there. A great play by getting the ball downfield and actually completing the pass and getting positive yardage.
That's a 20-yard pass play, 20-yard pass play. Bulldogs at the 49-yard line.
And before that play, the Winslow offense had a total of negative -5 yards.
It's just a dominating performance by the Cougar defense. And again, another domination of the offensive line of the Cougars. Getting the ball carrier. Let's see if they give them any positive yardage. They start at the 49. They're going to mark it at the 49. So that's a no gain for the Bulldogs.
So I believe that's a total, if I did my math right. I know you taught me, so I don't know how solid it is, but I believe that's 15 total yards for the Winslow offense.
That is. And here's the handoff. And he is met by a wall of green. The green monster that is the Cougar defense comes up big again on the Bulldog offense. Right there, there's the give to Matthew of the Bulldogs, and he's going to get swallowed up for a loss of 3 back to the 46-yard line. Bulldogs moving backwards. And yes, you're correct on your math, and that's because I took it in Tucson, okay? So 15 total yards now minus the 3 and the 4. So 11 total yards. Here's Keaton back to pass. He's got a pass. It's over the head of his intended receiver. Downfield, number 4 of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Show Low defense and especially that Show Low D-line all night, but how about the coverage right there from the secondary of that Show Low Cougar defense?
Yeah, that's number 11 right there, Jake Deeker coming in, and again, they're substituting freely with the Cougar defense. Here's the high snap. Here comes the punt. Almost blocked again. Going off to the side, onto the end zone. Or I'm sorry, out of the end zone. To the sideline is what I meant to say. Sideline of the Cougars. They're going to call it out. Trying to see where they're going to position this ball. They're going to call it out at the 39-yard line. So the Cougars will start at their own 39-yard line. Special teams, again, just coming within a whisker of block punt after block punt here tonight.
Yeah, the center is getting a little too much air under those snaps, I would say.
And folks, we're only 4:08 left before the Mountain Mobile halftime show. We got the Mountain Mobile halftime show where we're going to give you all those stats of a dominating performance by the Show Low Cougars. And Cody Brown, we're going to have the player of the game, the Sports Zone Radio player of the game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And that's going to be a tough one here tonight.
It is indeed. There's so many good players out here. So many big plays that have happened here tonight. I don't even know who to go with right now for a favorite.
And on that last gain, that was a gain of 10 for Pedraza for a first down for the Cougars. They're at their own 49-yard line. Pedraza with a 10-yard gain. Brewer under center. Here's the give to Pedraza up the middle. He's going to be tackled after a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, nice little run up the middle right there. Getting that positive yardage, keeping them moving. And the show will be on their side of on Winslow's side of the field now.
Got the Winslow 49. Show's going to take their time now with the offensive calls. Looks like Pedraza is going to be the quarterback. He's making the offensive call right now. I see Brewer on the sideline. Pedraza is going to come under center. We've got two new guys in the backfield, 21 and 22. That's Walker and Cooper behind Pedraza. Here's the snap. Here's the give. That's to Walker. He's going to get around the end. He's going to cut back. He's going to break a few tackles and get down to the Winslow 34-yard line, 35-yard line.
Yeah, great run again. That offensive line getting that push, opening up that gap for him, and gets a big chunk of yardage.
That's a 15-yard gain by Walker right now. You see the substitution going for the Show Low Cougars. Great job by Walker, following his blocks around the right end, then cutting back to the middle before finally being brought down. So that's at the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs. Pedraza, quarterback, 22 in the backfield. Here's the fake. Here's the handoff to number 22. That's Cooper.
Ball's out.
Going up the ball, going up the middle. They're going to call the Cooper down by contact before the fumble. Cooper with a run of 7 yards.
Almost a turnover there for Winslow right there. Getting close. Getting close.
So it's down to the 27 of the Bulldogs. Pedraza is the quarterback. He's in shotgun formation. Cooper to his right. Here's the snap. Here's the fake give. Pedraza's got it to the outside. He breaks a tackle, breaks the second tackle. He's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Pedraza, but we do have a flag on the play.
And that will be on Show Low. Copeland signaled. I didn't quite catch the first part of that, but it will be on Show Low and will be coming back.
Nice run by Pedraza nonetheless right there. Fakes the give to Cooper, comes around to the end. He shakes, he gets hit, breaks one tackle, breaks another, stiff arms another tackle, gets to the sideline, and now he's just got to beat the defender to the goal line, shrugs him off, and is into the end zone. But there's a penalty flag on the play. Now it's going to bring it back. So it must have been like a hold where they called holding. Back to the 32-yard line. Pedraza's got the ball, shotgun formation. He went back to pass. He's got the sideline. He's got an open lane, block downfield, and he's finally tackled out of bounds. He was at the 35-yard line, finally gets knocked out. All the way to the 6-yard line. That's a gain of 29 yards for Pedraza and the Cougar offense.
A great job right there by Colton Tidwell. The receiver over there calling for the ball. Once he realizes his quarterback is on the move, going downfield, he blocks the only guy that can catch him for that short yardage.
Pedraza in shotgun, Cooper to his right. Here's the fake give. Pedraza's got it. He's going to elude a tackler, elude another tackler, and he's going to skip into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another great run right there by that Show Low Cougar offense. Just absolutely confusing defenders where they're going and hitting those gaps.
That's a 6-yard touchdown run by Pedraza for the Cougars. And that makes the score 49-0. They're going for the extra point, but Brewer, who usually is in on the play as the quarterback, and then he just goes to hold the kicks. He's had to come from the sideline. Pedraza went out. Here's the attempt, extra kick. It's almost blocked, and it's good. Show Low Cougars 50, Winslow Bulldogs 0. 21 seconds left in this second quarter. 21 seconds away from halftime show, the Mountain Mobile halftime show. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The team at Beam & Will Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beam & Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beam & Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beam & Well Drilling.
And you're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown with Cody Brown here tonight in a dominating performance of the first half by the Show Low Cougars, who have scored 50 points in the first half. Yes, 50 points in the first half. And Winslow has 0. A dominating performance here tonight. Here's the kickoff. A little short kick for Winslow. They're going to catch it and kneel on it at their own 38-yard line. And again, a dominating performance in all three facets of the game here in the first half.
Yeah, especially by that offense and the defense, more or less. They have absolutely held Winslow to pretty much nothing on the offensive side. And that Cougar offense is so fast, so strong, and they're just marching downfield and putting up 50 points in the first half.
So Winslow's going to start at their 39-yard line. 39-yard line. 8 seconds left. They're just going to let the time go off. And we're going to go into halftime. So Winslow lets the time roll out. It is halftime here at Show Low Cougar Field, home of the Show Low Cougars, where the Show Low Cougars have put on a dominating performance here in the first half. It's Show Low 50, Winslow 0. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Coming up after this break, listen to the Mountain Mobile halftime show.
Make it a September to remember with a new Toyota from Hatch Toyota Show Low. The White Mountains volume leader can still find you low financing as low as 1.9%. And every new Toyota still comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan that covers scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, and 24-hour roadside assistance for 2 years and unlimited miles. What Toyota have you always wanted to drive? Tacoma, RAV4, Avalon, maybe the hot GR86. We're the largest volume dealer in northern Arizona. We have new Toyotas in stock and many more in transit, so you can reserve one before it gets here. Hatch Toyota has finance partners that work with credit problems too. Come in for a confidential report and let our finance specialists help you understand what your options really are. Make it a September to remember with a new Toyota from Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low and at hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years.
Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and dealer doc fee. See dealer for detail.
For all things fun, festive, and spooky. For fall and Halloween, visit the Hallmark Gold Crown store in Pine Top. And during any season, you can count on Hallmark to have that special card you're searching for that captures all the feels and moments you want to express. Make spending time this fall more shareable with an incredible assortment of beautiful candles, kitchen, and home decor from all the brand names you love. At Hallmark, smiles are made together.
The Simmons Media Group and Sports Zone Radio was proud to be the recipient of the Professional Indoor Football League's award for Top Game Day Broadcast for our work providing full television, live streaming, and radio production for the Arizona Rattlers. You can catch our live video stream broadcasts of White Mountains football on the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page and YouTube channel. This is Floyd Simmons inviting you to join us every Friday for the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show and Sports Zone Radio's award-winning live video sports coverage.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
If you or your loved ones are sick or hurt, there's no longer a need to call and make an appointment to see a provider. Simply come in to one of Summit Healthcare's 3 urgent care locations. Summit Healthcare Urgent Care in Pine Top, Summit Healthcare Family Medicine in Snowflake Taylor, and Summit Healthcare Urgent Care in Show Low. Summit Urgent Care of Show Low is no longer on the Deuce of Clubs, but is now located at the Summit Healthcare Outpatient Pavilion. Summit Healthcare. Care. It's what they do.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
It's football season. And for our September special, we are giving away front row tickets to see the Arizona Cardinals. Right now, when you use the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, you not only get free dinners at Los Corrales, baby, and free movie tickets at the WME theaters, but this month your name goes in the hat for 2 front row tickets to see the Cardinals battle the Saints Thursday night, October 20th at Cardinal Stadium in Glendale. Plus, you get gas money and motel the night of the game. Right now, get dinners and movies, or choose full-service car washes, or $100 in window tint. And your name goes in the hat for front row Arizona Cardinals tickets. Oh, and if you don't like football, we will simply give you $1,000 cash. You know the number.
536-597. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cashback. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
And welcome back to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Halftime Show. Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. And we're going to take a quick station ID. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week on Mix 98 KRFM.
Summit Healthcare's orthopedic clinic offers exceptional care to not only our White Mountain athletes, but anyone in pain. Jeffrey Cornelson, DO, and Jacob Oldham, MD, specialize in joint, hip, and knee replacement with new and efficient procedures, including the use of ROSA, knee robotic technology.
All right, there we go. Just a little first game back jitters here, right? Just working out the little bugs right there. But this is Byron Brown with Cody Brown, and you're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. I've used this word quite a bit, almost as much as Cody Brown uses the word absolutely. But it's the right and appropriate term here tonight. Domination. Dominating performance by the Show Low Cougars here tonight against the Winslow Bulldogs. They have scored 50 points in this first half here tonight against the Winslow Bulldogs. Our historian of White Mountain football, Floyd Simmons, he's the guy that really would know when the last time Show Low performed this well and scored this many points. But I'm going to go back, it's probably back at least to the Reisdorf era since Show Low's had a dominating performance like this here in the first half. 18-14, Floyd tells me, and I would know, and he would know because he was around back then when they were still using footballs used out of logs. The old wooden football. Instead of wooden nickels, it was wooden footballs. But it's just been a dominating performance in 3 facets of the game here tonight for the Show Low Cougars. Offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, like you said, dominating. I'd also use the word relentless. on all sides of the ball, on offense, special teams, and defense, not giving them a single point. And the offense just continuously driving down, scoring touchdowns, and putting up 50 points in the first half.
Well, I'm just looking here. We're going to get into the stats here tonight. And I'm just going to pre-warn everybody with the stats is that when I give you what Show Low's total yardage is, and you knowing that they scored 50 points tonight, it's going to be misleading. And the reason why it's misleading is because Show Low had a lot of short drives created by turnovers by their defense. So they had short fields in which they scored upon, and they had one special teams touchdown. But here tonight, the Show Low Cougars had a possession of 8 minutes out of 24. So the Winslow Bulldogs had 16 basically minutes of the football. Show Low had 8. A third of the time of possession, they had 7 first downs. Only 7 first downs. Their total yards, 312. Total plays, 19 plays here tonight. 13 rushes for an average of 15.9 yards. 3 rushing touchdowns. They attempted, Brewer was 4 of 6 for 105 yards for an average of 26.3 yards a reception. And I believe they did have 1 touchdown, passing touchdowns. They had 3 passing touchdowns for Noah Brewer here tonight. 4 of 6 for a 66.7% completion, 105 yards, 3 touchdowns for Noah Brewer, long of 35. Rushing tonight, how about Ryan Kishbaugh? Only 4 carries, but for 34 yards and 1 touchdown. Ray Pedraza, how about 5 attempts for 64 yards and 1 touchdown. Noah Brewer, 2 rushing attempts, 87 yards, 1 touchdown. The longest was 69 yards. Jeff Walker, 1 rushing attempt for 15 yards. Carson Cooper, 1 rushing attempt for 7 yards. Receiving, Colton Cloyd, 1 reception for 23 yards, 1 touchdown. Ryan Kishbaugh, 2 receptions for 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not doing it on the rushing end, but doing it on the receiving end for Ryan Kishbaugh. And Colton Tidwell with 1 pass for 17 yards for the Show Low offense here tonight. And I believe, according to our math, the last numbers we had for the Winslow Bulldogs offensively, I believe they're at minus 12 yards total offense here tonight with 3 turnovers and 1 block punt.
Just like you said, dominating. And like you brought up earlier, that Madden, these are some Madden numbers right here by the Show Low Cougars.
The question is, they're Madden numbers, but are they your Madden numbers? That's the question.
You know they are. You know they are.
Okay, so in Madden football, you're putting up Show Low Cougar numbers. And that's how we're going to reference it. We're not going to reference as Madden. We're referencing as Show Low Cougar numbers that you want to achieve in your Madden football game here tonight, because that's what Show Low's doing. And they are doing Madden-esque football here tonight. And you're seeing pinpoint passing from Brewer, Noah Brewer here tonight, hitting his receivers. Even though he only attempted 6 passes, he completed 4. But for 3 touchdowns. Hey, how about that, Mr. Brown? 4 passes, 3 touchdowns. Just call it a day, right?
Might as well at that point. You're already out there for a half. You just put up 50. I think you're feeling pretty good right now.
Well, I will say that Noah Brewer has put himself in the category for the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and we'll have that award after the game. But the other gentleman for the Cougars is Ryan Kishbaugh. Even though he's only ran the ball 4 times, he's got a touchdown rushing. But how about receiving? He's got 2 catches, and both catches have been for touchdowns. So Ryan Kishbaugh also putting his name in for the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And I tell you what, this dominating performance by the Show Low Cougars here tonight is about as dominating as Mountain Mobile Auto Glass is with their halftime show, but not just their halftime show, but with their business. They do a great job of Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. They'll come to your work. They'll come to your home. If you're too busy, they come to you. They'll change out your windshield, and they'll repair any cracks in the windshield. They do tint, do a great job. And I'm not sure, Cody, if you've heard their recent promotion, but they've got a promotion going where if you have your glass replaced by Mountain Mobile, you're entered into a drawing for front row Cardinal tickets.
How about that?
Plus gas money and hotel.
That's basically a free trip.
Exactly. That's what Mountain Mobile's giving away here. You can, if you get your windshield replaced, you're entered into that contest. And as they say, if you're not a football fan, which there's not many out there, but there are a few, if you don't want football, they'll give you $1,000 cash.
I would say that's a deal and a half.
Exactly. And just as they are dominating at the windshield repair, so too is the Show Low offense. And this offense is looking like, Cody, I don't know if you've ever seen one. I have, and they're very good looking. A TRD Camry, Toyota Camry TRD. They are sleek. They are fast. They are great looking sports car. I mean, you think of a Camry, and they're nice cars, and they're like, you see them, hey, those are responsible cars right there. But the TRD package on the Camry, it is sleek and fast looking, and it is almost as fast as the Show Low offense.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, this Show Low Cougar offense is just pouring it on. They are not stopping, relentless in their attack, and same with their defense.
They have been. Their defense, I've mentioned before, I don't know, and it's nothing against the Winslow Bulldogs. I just think the Show Low defense is out-quicking them too once the ball is snapped. But it just seems the way the Cougar defense is getting through the line that no one is blocking them because they're that quick. And I mean, we are calling out Flores, Engel, Walters, Benally, and Cloyd. The defensive front for the Cougars, we are calling those names out on a consistent basis every play.
Yes, we are. And you don't hear as much about that secondary, although they are dominating back there when they do run a pass play. They're covering them up and allowing that defensive line to get back there and get the sack, get the fumbles, and getting that Show Low Cougar offense in great position.
And you mentioned, Cody, the secondary for the Cougars. We don't say too much about them, but Jeremy Kishbaugh has come up with an interception. That's the fourth turnover of the night by the Cougar defense on a great play by defensive back that knocked the ball in the air into that Jeremy Kishbaugh was able to pick off. And then special teams, again, we have a block punt that was returned for a touchdown. Show Low Cougars here tonight just showing, look, we're a little upset about that loss last week to the Lobos, but if you think there's any type of down momentum, you're wrong. We're showing you that there's plenty of momentum, and we're ready to come out and show that we are going to win, win the 3A East Northeast Division, but we are contenders for that crown here tonight.
Yeah, and I know Sports Zone Radio has the Show Low Cougars ranked number 3, I believe, like you said, but after a dominating performance the first week, and then competing with the Snowflake Lobos like they did in that tough game, and then now here tonight putting up 50 in the first half, I would almost call them the number 1 team.
Well, they're definitely putting it out there to say we could be the number 1 team according to the rankings and the 3A division. But definitely with this dominating performance, you'll see it, that they're going to be wanting that. And so, a great performance here tonight. We're going to wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime show. We're getting ready for the kickoff. And again, just a a dominating performance by the Show Low Cougars, and it'll be very interesting to see the second half. I think you're going to see players off the bench, young guys, that are going to get action here tonight in the second half, and it'll be interesting to see how well they perform tonight, because in the game of football, you're always one play away from stepping into the starting role here, and it'll be interesting to get the quality time for these guys coming off the bench. And you're listening to the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Halftime Show.
Whenever the time comes that your family has a medical need, Summit Healthcare is here with trusted care close to home, specializing in cardiology, ear, nose, and throat, orthopedics, pediatrics, primary care, pulmonary, urology, wound care, and more. Summit Healthcare continues to add doctors and specialties so that finding the right specialists is more convenient than ever. Summit Healthcare, here for the care you need.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
No matter the occasion, large, small, or just because, the Bloomhouse Floral Designs, located in Pine Top, will create the perfect bouquet to capture your moment perfectly. Offering the widest selection of beautiful and unique floral designs and accents, the Bloomhouse serves as your personal creation expert. We are open to serve you Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Same day and rush deliveries are available. Stop by or order online at bloomhouseflorals.com.
And welcome back to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. We're getting ready to start the second half. This is the kickoff for the Bulldogs out to the Show Low Cougars, who's returning it. He's bobbing and weaving and finally brought down at the 37-yard line. That's number 12 for the Cougars, Sergio Villena.
Yeah, great job right there. Keeping that, pushing those legs forward, keeping those legs turning, and turning upfield.
Believe it or not, folks, here tonight, this is not the worst starting field position. This is about the worst starting field position for the Show Low Cougars. I think their worst one was at the 25-yard line at the end of the first quarter to start the second quarter. They have been all over in Winslow Bulldog territory due to 4 turnovers caused by the Show Low Cougar defense. We're just starting the third quarter. It is Show Low 50, Winslow 0. Here's the snap, handoff up the middle. That's Pedraza at quarterback, and he gives the ball off to Walker, who gets all the way up to the 44-yard line. So that's a gain of 7 for Walker. Puts it at 2nd and 3. So looks like Pedraza is going to be the quarterback here in the second half.
Yeah, like you said earlier, they're bringing in some fresh guys, some guys that normally don't play at that position, such as Pedraza right here.
Well, I think Brewer kind of beat Pedraza out for the quarterback position, but they're giving Pedraza some time in there. Pedraza under center. He's going to hand the ball off. It's fumbled on the ground. Where is it? And who's got it? They're not calling it. What we got? Are they or are they not calling it? I don't have a signal yet. One line judge is saying, hey, Winslow recovered. The other line judge is saying, I didn't really see what happened. They confer, and it's Winslow Bulldogs ball.
Yeah, and as we see here on the replay, that ball clearly came out before he was down, and a clear Winslow recovery.
And that was a give to Cooper of the Cougars. He just never really had it. That's the second time we've seen a Cougar back put it on the ground, and they never really had it at the handoff. So a positive play for the Bulldogs here, starting in Show Low territory at their 44-yard line. Bulldogs in shotgun formation. Keaton back to pass. He's going to throw it deep down the sideline, and it is overthrown. intended receiver. He overthrows his intended receiver, Matthew, number 24 of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and how about that Cougar defense, like we were talking about, that secondary. Finally get a chance to call them out for their great defensive play. Great coverage right there, not allowing Winslow to go deep on him.
And folks, listen into tomorrow. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. afternoon start time. Listen here on KRFM 98.5 for tomorrow's game, Blue Ridge at Window Rock. Yes, it's a Saturday game, Blue Ridge at Window Rock. And here's Keaton escaping, the escape artist, the great Houdini that is back there for the Bulldogs quarterback. As he escapes pressure, is able to get back, I believe, is almost to the line of scrimmage, so that'll be a negative play of 2 yards. He just about got back. I'm sorry, 1 yard. That's got it back to the 45, did Keaton. But he had to pull a Houdini act right there to get out of the grasp of this Cougar defense.
Yeah, Carson Cooper right there coming off the end hot, and he went up for the pass block and ended up, he just kept the ball, ran right under him, and got out of there.
2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Snap, Keaton back to pass. Short slant, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver for the Bulldogs. I believe actually that was 3rd down, so that was 3rd down, incomplete pass. That'll bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs. Right there, you got to have that catch, Cody Brown.
Yeah, nice throw right there by Keaton, putting it on him, right in front of him. The receiver just didn't quite come down with it. I think he heard the footsteps of that Show Low defense coming up on him.
Yeah, that was Brewer that was coming up. He's no longer playing quarterback, so he says, I can get free hits now. I don't have to be quarterback. I don't have to play it safe. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. Almost blocked again. It's received by Kishbaugh. He's got a lane. He got it at the 10. He's got the sideline. I'm sorry, that's number 2. That's Nash Brewer who's back there. Hey, we're just going to try to keep track of everybody. Okay, everybody's switching positions here. He caught that at the 10 and returned it to the 46-yard line. That's a return of 36 yards for Brewer for the Cougars. Pedraza will come in at quarterback. Call out the plays. Looks like we have an empty backfield. Pedraza's going to go under center. Here's the snap. He's going to go up the middle, and it is played well by the Bulldogs defense. Minimal gain of 4 yards for Pedraza.
Yeah, the same play we saw in the first half when Brewer broke it loose for a 62-yard touchdown. Winslow was ready for that one.
That was big 72 for the Bulldogs in on that. Michael Wilcox in on that stop. He decided, he didn't get up on the line of scrimmage. He played about a yard back and was able to vision that, see that play develop, and able to make the tackle for a 4-yard gain for Pedraza under center. Pedraza, he's going to give the ball to Walker. Walker's going to go around the end. He's got a little seam and a little opening, and he's brought down beyond the first down marker for a gain of 7.
Yep, nice first down right there by the Show Low Cougars, keeping the ball moving, still showing their dominance, running that ball.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's in the backfield, right? Whichever back is back there, they are having positive yardage success. Right there, a 7-yard gain by Walker. Looks like Show Low just took out their starting offensive line. That's 56 Stetson Walters, Armani Flores, 76 Robert Long that got replaced. We'll try to get those replacements down on the offensive line for you. It's Pedraza back. He's going to give the ball to Coop. That's to Walker again, who's going to go forward for a gain of 2. Gain of 2 for Walker. Put it at 2nd and 8.
I believe that's Carson Cooper going in there to play quarterback now. As Pedraza, he was just going to the sideline getting the call. Never mind.
Yeah, quarterback comes to the sideline to get the play for the Cougars. But we do have Cooper in the backfield behind Pedraza. Pedraza's going to line up under center. Got 2 out to the left Here's the handoff to Cooper. Cooper up the middle. He got the sideline. He's to the sideline. He's got lane to go in. He's trying to push out. That was no. Touchdown, Cougars!
Great run there by Cooper, getting that outside. And I know how we talk about constantly Brewer with the speed, Pedraza with the speed, Kishbaugh with the speed. But how about Cooper right there, getting that edge and still not even getting shoved out. Too strong, just shoves him off and runs down the sideline for a Show Low Cougar touchdown.
Nice job by Cooper right there. I believe that was a 39-yard touchdown run by Cooper, who got to the outside, and as you said, Cody, he used the afterburners to get to the end zone. Extra point is good. It is 57 Show Low. Winslow 0-5-33 left here in the third quarter. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
This is Sports Zone Radio. Champions play here at Sports Zone Radio.
And welcome back. Folks, this is Byron Brown B Square with Cody Brown here tonight on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. It is Show Low 57, Winslow 0. 5:33 left in the third quarter. And that was all backups right there. That was all the guys, the young guys that came in. Some of the JV guys, some of the guys that are on the depth chart. Offensive line, Cooper in the backfield. Getting it done for the Show Low Cougars here tonight. The kickoff and the return by the Bulldogs. Back to the 23-yard line for the Bulldogs. We'll see what happens here for the defense. It looks like they've made wholesale changes also. And we'll try to get those players for you. Let's see, I see 55. That's Dodger Hawkins. How about that for a name, right? Dodger. Must be a Dodger fan, right? True Blue, LA.
Has to be.
Won another division, 9 out of 10. Dodger Hawkins is in the game now. I believe that's number 11. Jake Deeker on the corner. Here's a high snap. Keaton's going to fall on it for, guess what? A negative yardage.
And quite a big chunk of negative yardage, too.
And if he didn't fall on it, Kyle Irving, number 30 for the Cougars, was about to fall on it for the 5th turnover of the night. But Keaton just falls on it. Goes from the 23. Goes from the 28 all the way back to the 12. That's a loss of 26 yards right there. So the Bulldogs in a 3rd and 26. Handoff, fake handoff, Keaton to the sideline. He's got a little room to the outside, and he's knocked out of bounds. I believe at the 15-yard line. That'd be a gain of 3 for Winslow.
Nice job right there by Keaton, avoiding that tackle in the backfield right there. 73 for Show Low. Gabe Benali trying to get back there and get him, but Keaton's just too quick. Gets out from out of there and gets it for a positive yardage.
I said minus 26. I was actually, they lost 14 yards on that first down play. They got 3 back, so it's 3rd and 21 for the Bulldogs, who have 1 in the backfield, trips left. Keaton gets the snap. He's looking downfield. He's pressured right off the bat. Ducks and runs. He's looking for some cover. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, does Keaton, for the Bulldogs. And it'll be 4th and 21.
Yeah, Keaton, I think he's learning a little bit. He's getting out from the backfield, and he is getting to that line of scrimmage. But again, that Show Low defense stacked up, and you're either going to get hit in the backfield or get hit at the line of scrimmage. You choose.
And that was Kyle Irvin coming from the defensive end spot, putting the pressure on him, making him to eat the ball and go forward. So here's another high snap. Here's the punt. Almost blocked again, but it's a nice punt right here. It's going to go into Show Low territory. No one back to receive it. It's finally down at the 32-yard line of the Show Low Cougars. We've got 2:43 left in the third quarter. It is Show Low 57, Winslow 0. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The team at Beeman Well Drilling is like a great football team. They work hard, they work as a team, and they play to win. Their reputation is second to none, and they proudly call the White Mountains their home, even though they complete projects throughout the entire southwestern United States and beyond. No project is too big or too small for Beeman Well Drilling, so when the time comes for you to punch a hole in the ground, remember the White Mountains' top well drilling team, Beeman Well Drilling. Call anytime, 928-205-7647. Go deep with Beeman Well Drilling.
This is Byron Brown with Cody Brown. Here we got the snap. It's loose on the ground. Who's got it? I believe Shella was able to come up with it. Pedraza left under center a little early. Left the ball on the ground. And I believe that's Carson Cooper that came up with the ball right there for the Cougars. That's good. Push it backwards. About 3 yards, 2nd and 13. And I just want to give kudos, shout out to the Sports Zone Radio team. How about Nando over there? Nando doing the replays. We've got Noah as one of our camera guys. Derek Simmons as one of our camera guys. And the lovely Sonia Simmons. I was going to say my lovely wife, Sonia Simmons, because I hear Floyd say it all the time as my statistician. But it is the lovely Sonia Simmons as our statistician. That's Cody Brown. I'm Byron Brown. Here's the give. Handoff up the middle. I believe that's Cooper. Nope, that is Walker right there for a 1 yard gain. That'll put it at 3rd and 11.
Yeah, good job right there by Michael Wilcox. Getting through that line, that tough offensive line for Solo, and getting them for a loss.
Look, even though the score is 57-0, Winslow is not giving up. They are playing hard throughout every part of this game, this portion of the game. They are not giving up. I mean, it's tough when you're facing a team like the Show Low Cougars and you look at the scoreboard. But they are coming through, and they're giving it everything they've got every play. 3rd and 11, shotgun formation. Here's a pass out to the wideout. That's completed from Pedraza to Charlie for a gain of 4 yards, 4-yard completion. Pedraza to Charlie, but that's going to still set up a 4th down, 4th and 8. 4th and 8 for the Show Low Cougars, so they're going to punt the ball tonight. I believe this is their first punt of the night.
Indeed it is.
It looks like Kishbaw's back there. They're short one player. He comes out. So they have enough guys. And I think that's going to be the end of the third quarter. I think we have a running clock, so yes, anytime it stops like this, it's a running clock. It is the end of the third quarter. Show Low 57, Winslow 0. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Make it a September to remember with a new Toyota from Hatch Toyota Show Low. The White Mountains volume leader can still find you low financing as low as 1.9%. And every new Toyota still comes with Toyota Care, our complimentary maintenance plan that covers scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, and 24-hour roadside assistance for 2 years and unlimited miles. What Toyota have you always wanted to drive? Tacoma, RAV4, Avalon, maybe the hot GR86. We're the largest volume dealer in northern Arizona. We have new Toyotas in stock and many more in transit, so you can reserve one before it gets here. Hatch Toyota has finance partners that work with credit problems too. Come in for a confidential report and let our finance specialists help you understand what your options really are. Make it a September to remember with a new Toyota from Hatch Toyota at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low and at hatchtoyota.com. Keeping the White Mountains rolling for 32 years. Offers on approved credit plus tax, title, license, and dealer doc fee. See dealer for details.
And welcome back to the fourth quarter. We have a running clock. It's Show Low 57, Winslow 0. Show Low back to punt. Kishbaugh with the punt. Long punt. It's fielded at the 25 of the Bulldogs. He's running forward. He's running into the wall of green jerseys. But a positive yardage right there. He's got it out to the 42-yard line. Gain of 17 on the punt return for the Bulldogs.
Nice punt right there by Nash Brewer. Getting it downfield, and great job by their special teams covering it up. getting downfield and stopping Winslow.
There you go. See, it was Kishbaugh in the back, and then once they went into the fourth quarter, they go, nah, let's have Brewer do it. So Brewer punts for the Cougars. Nice punt, nice return for the Bulldogs at their own 42-yard line. Keaton in shotgun formation for the Bulldogs. Timeout. Defense for the Show Low Cougars. They had too many guys. They weren't sure who was supposed to be out there. And so they had to call a timeout. We'll leave it here right now. And kind of give a general shout out to the people that sponsor, to our sponsors. Help me out here, buddy. You're supposed to tell me, like, hey, spit it out. To our sponsors, with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Bloomhouse Floral, Hallmark Gold Crown. We've got Hatch Toyota. Hatch Toyota here, proud sponsor. And we also have, who's sponsoring the player of the game, is White Mountain Regional Medical Center. White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And get your thinking caps on, because we're going to have that here shortly. Try to figure out who that is. Bulldogs, here's first play of their fourth quarter. It's a give to the outside stuff for no gain.
Yeah, Matthew right there on the run for Winslow. He looks like he's getting up a little slow.
Well, eventually just being hit by this defense is going to cause you to not want to get up after a while. But give him credit. He does get back up. And I guarantee he's telling him, hey, maybe not this play, but the next play, give me the ball.
Yeah.
Winslow's still hanging in there. We have a running clock. Just under 10:30 here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs back. Here's the snap. Keaton looks to pass the ball. He's got pressure. He says he throws. It's caught, though, by Romero, who goes up the field. And it's dropped down inside the Cougar 35, all the way down to the Cougar 34-yard line. Big pass play right there, and taking a shot is Keaton. And that was at the 42-yard line of the Bulldogs. That's a 24-yard pass play for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Kyle Irvin right there getting in the backfield, delivering a shot to the quarterback. Thought it was going to be incomplete or picked off, but Romero coming up with the catch and the big gain for Winslow.
Here's a quick pass on the slant. Caught again. First down, Bulldogs. They got a little momentum now going here. That's a pass of 13 yards. Keaton, but I don't know who number 4 is. I did not get that number here tonight. But a pass of 13 yards right here. 2 plays, 37 yards. Longest drive of the night for the Winslow Bulldogs.
Yeah, and you love to see it, just like you said. Winslow still going hard every play, giving their hearts out there, no matter what the score is.
Here's the snap. Keaton back. He's got pressure. He eludes it. He's rolling to his right. He throws it. And just incomplete, in and out of the arms. So the receiver, but there's a flag on the play. And where it's at, it's going to be pass interference.
Yeah, it looked like he got there just a little early. He was close. He almost timed it perfectly, but got there a little too early, got his hands on him, and that's going to result in a pass interference.
And Keaton doing what he's done all night is to elude the rush, and he rolls out to his right, throws a nice ball out to his receiver, number 4, and that's at Adian Neese. That's Neese on the coverage, but unfortunately gets called for pass interference. Probably had that left arm around the waist. So the Bulldogs get the ball at the Cougar 5-yard line. Keaton back in the shotgun. He gets the snap. He's looking. He's feeling the pressure. He's rolling to his left. He's scrambling. He's dodging green jerseys. He leaps forward and is down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 3 yards. Probably ran about 10 just to get the 2.
How about Keaton right there? Again, eluding those tacklers in the backfield, and he actually turned it up for more positive yardage. And Winslow is looking pretty good on offense on this drive.
You know, you got to take pride and say, hey, look, we don't want to get shot out. We need to score. That's what they're looking at right here. They've been playing the whole game, haven't given up. At the 2-yard line of the Show Low Cougars, Keaton comes under center. He's got tied to Spain in the backfield. It's going to be a Keaton quarterback sneak. He was met in the backfield, and he does not get in. He does not get in. He was met as soon as he snapped that ball by the nose guard of the Show Low Cougars, and he was pushed backwards, but he was able to get 1 yard. So now we're going to have 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Winslow Bulldogs. Look at that. Right there. Great camera work, guys. That's Derek Simmons. Look at it. Right there. That 2 football lengths from a score for the Winslow Bulldogs and 2 football lengths from the Show Low defense. And they try the quarterback sneak and get shoved back again to the Bulldogs. They are not in.
That Show Low defensive line is just too strong, too quick, not allowing that quarterback sneak to get anything past them, and they are taking pride in trying to shut out Winslow.
Yes, they are. They want that donuts for the night. The Show Low defense does. They want the coaches to come in tomorrow morning and say, hey, here's donuts for getting the donuts. 4th and goal for the Winslow Bulldogs. Keaton in shotgun formation to Spain in the backfield with them. Here's the snap. Keaton, he's going to roll to his right. He's looking for a receiver. He is going to be sacked! Sacked by the Cougar defense.
Dallin Adams right there with the big sack coming off the edge, running him down, not allowing Keaton to get away from him that time.
Keaton just couldn't find it there, couldn't have that extra speed to get around, and he is caught by Adams and sacked, and that will deny the Bulldogs of an opportunity to put points on the board from their 5-yard line of the Cougars, and the Cougar defense holds and does not allow any points, and they keep the donut up. They're looking for donuts tomorrow. Donuts. Folks, tomorrow, 3 p.m., same bat channel, 98.5 KRFM, same Sports Zone radio. Tomorrow, Blue Ridge versus Window Rock, 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. It will be on the radio. Here tomorrow, you will get to hear the voice of the one and only Floyd Simmons. Tomorrow, calling the game from Window Rock, whereas the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets facing Window Rock. Here's the pitch to Walker for a gain of 9 yards. Walker gets to the right side, goes up the middle before he's brought down.
Yeah, and so just keeping the clock moving, trying to run the ball, and just get to the end of this game with a shutout.
We've got 5:20 left in the 4th quarter. Give you a score update. Snowflake with the win last week. Snowflake with a win this week. 49-7 over Glendale. Big win by the Lobos. And here's the snap. Here's a little confusion up there. Pedraza's going to be dropped. Pedraza's going to be dropped for a loss of 2 yards. Little confusion right there in the backfield. I don't think he really got the snap very well. Kind of lost it. Yeah, the running back went the wrong direction. At least if I'm Pedraza, I'm saying the quarterback. As the quarterback, I'm saying the running back went the wrong direction.
Yeah. And going back to that Snowflake score, 49-7 right there. And I think that just gives a little testament out here to the Show Low Cougars and how big and tough their team is to hold Snowflake to 21 and only lose by 1 score.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So Pedraza at quarterback, guiding his running backs, telling them where to line up. Pedraza takes the snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to look to throw. He's going to come back around. He's doing the Johnny Unitas Fran Tarkenton thing before he finally unloads the pass. And Cody, I know you don't understand who Fran Tarkenton is or Johnny Unitas, but the old guy over there, Floyd Simmons, does. That was his quarterback right there, Fran Tarkenton. Pedraza was able to elude the defenders, run around, and then finally unload it for an incomplete pass. So I'll bring up 3rd and 3, and we got a whole new offense. coming in. I see Nash Brewer is one of them. Oh, no, we're good. It's 4th down. I'm not sure. They must have called him down. They must have called him as a sack because that's a loss right there. I thought he got the pass incomplete, but they called him down. That's a loss of 12 yards. Here's the punt. It's going to be received by number 4. It's touched by him. He's got to go back there and pick it up. He's all the way back to his 27-yard line. He's looking for a block, and he's not going to get one. And Sergio of the special teams for Cougars comes down and makes the play.
And going back to that last play, I did see a couple flags come out, and I think they weren't calling him down, but I think they called him for intentional grounding because no one was there, no one was in the area, and he just kind of threw it up, threw it away.
There we go. Hey, you'll make a good color analyst guy, eventually. That's what you're supposed to do, is pick up your play-by-play guy. Say, hey, no, you were wrong, That's what you're supposed to do. Hey, you were wrong on that play, too.
I'm just learning after you and Floyd, that's all.
So after the punt, the Bulldogs will have the ball at their own 33-yard line. Shotgun formation, here's the snap. He's looking the pass. He's got pressure. He throws across the middle. It is caught for a 1st down by number 4. That is all the way to the Show Low 48. So from the 33 to the 48, that's a gain of 19 yards.
And how about that by number 4 from Winslow, making a little fumble right there on the punt return, and then making it back up with a nice strong catch right there.
Got to do that. That's a nice job by number 4 for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs have it at the 48-yard line of Show Low. Shotgun, here's the snap, fading back, here's pressure. Keaton rolling to his right. He's got to get rid of it. He does. He's got a receiver downfield. Oh! Trying to keep a foot in bounds, is not able to come down with it.
Yeah, and number 20 right there, who we also don't have, did make a nice attempt to get it, just couldn't quite get that foot down in bounds and make the catch.
Yeah, right there. He jumped just a hair too soon. Trying to come down with that foot in bounds, trying to make a big play. Unfortunately, not able to. Keaton running for his life, as he has all night. Did a nice job eluding the rush and able to get the pass off. Not only is our statistician doing the stats, but she's also feeding us all the numbers that we can't get. That was Guerrero. Here's Keaton around the end. He's got room. He's got the sideline. He's going to get out of bounds. That's at the 48. He got out at the Cougar 36-yard line for a gain of 12 for Keaton.
And how about that from Keaton? Rolling out, getting away from that D-line from Show Low, getting in the backfield, and turning upfield and turning into a nice 1st down.
Again, they have not given up. The Bulldogs of Winslow doing a nice job. Hey, number 4 is Vinny Cappuccino. Keaton, back to pass. He's going to run again. He's like, do I have to? Yes, but I will get positive yardage. I will get another 5 yards for the Winslow Bulldogs.
Keaton looks like he's doing it all right now. He's the one making the plays. He's the one eluding those tacklers and trying to get upfield and create something for the Winslow offense.
We've got 1 minute left in the 4th quarter of this game. Show Low 57, Winslow 0. Trying to knock on the door. They had one opportunity. They could not get in. Looking for another opportunity to score are the Bulldogs of Winslow. And the Show Low Cougar defense trying to get that donut. Shotgun formation. One running back next to Keaton. Keaton, back to pass. A little give and go out to the corner of the end zone. Just missing is Vinny.
Yeah, great throw right there by Keaton. Dropping back, staying in the pocket, letting his receiver go make the catch, but not able to come up with it for the deep ball right there.
My cousin Vinny doesn't come up with that reception right there. Just got a glove on it, but just a little too far out front of him. Incomplete pass there. This is probably going to be the last play of the game. Might as well just flood the zone, right? Flood the end zone and just throw it up for grabs if you're Winslow. Shotgun. Here's the snap. Pressure. He's rolling to his left. He's going to give it as best as he can. That's going to be picked off by number 4 of the Cougars, and he's going to return it. He's going, and then he's finally tackled, brought down. That's number 4. Guess what? I don't have number 4 on here. How about, nope, not on that one either. I'm not sure of number 4, but we're going to give credit to number 4 of the Cougars for that interception and denying the Bulldogs one last opportunity to get in the end zone.
Yeah, again, great defense right there from Show Low. Great job in the secondary, realizing where that play's going and getting the pressure on Keaton to not make him comfortable back there, not get a good throw off, and come up with the interception to end the game and get that shutout.
Well, tonight here it's Show Low 57, Winslow 0. That's the end of the game. Cody, you're going to have to put the thinking cap on because we're going to have to figure out who is going to be the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And folks, hang in there. You're going to listen to us giving a tall tale of a recap of this game and what a game it was for the Show Low Cougars here tonight. Dominating performance in all facets of the game. And we're going to go over those stats and the dominating performance here by Show Low Cougars after this commercial break. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Hatch Toyota doesn't have salespeople. We've changed how to buy a car. Now a floor product specialist works with you, and they aren't commissioned.
They're on salary, so when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Nobody's going to give you the bump and hustle to get you to sign on the dotted line because there's simply no pressure to do so. Hatch Toyota is taking the long view.
The view that involves your complete satisfaction with the whole buying experience. An experience we'd even be so bold to call happy. Who doesn't want to be happy?
And buying a new car is a really happy day. It's time to take the stress out of the day and put in the joy.
Shop ahead at hatchtoyota.com. Our entire fleet is at your fingertips.
Then let us know which model you're interested in and make an appointment with one of our floor product specialists.
Hatch Toyota, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 25 years.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Attention! Did you know that you may be eligible to receive a free data plan with 60 gigabytes of LTE data to use as a hotspot every month? If you live on tribal lands and are on a government assistance program like WIC, SNAP, Lifeline, Pell Grants, or Medicaid, Cellular One can help. Just ask for the Cellular One ACP plan. It comes with unlimited data and a 60 gigabyte LTE data hotspot. Get your free ACP plan at any Cellular One store today. ACP is a government benefit program and customers must qualify. Some restrictions apply. Limited time only. Non-transferable. Limited to one line per household.
Hi, everybody. This is Sports Zone Radio's Floyd Simmons. Here at the Sports Zone, we are proud to offer award-winning sports coverage. We spend countless hours and miles on the road for our digital radio broadcasts, live video productions, and exhausting hours editing the best video content in the market. If you're a coach or athletic director, talk to us about shooting your school or team's photography. I guarantee you, no one will work harder to do it better. Contact us for pricing and samples. The number to call is 928-358-7905. That's 928-358-7905.
You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week on Mix 98 KRFM Show Low, the White Mountains home of Sports Zone Radio. This is Byron Brown with Cody Brown, and you've been listening to the dominating performance of the Show Low Cougars here tonight versus the Winslow Bulldogs. At the end of the game, it is Show Low 57, Winslow 0. And again, just a dominating performance. I know Show Low only scored 7 points in the second half, but they were pretty much, I won't say taking it easy, but they were playing a lot of backups. A lot of players from JV saw a lot of action here in the second half for the Show Low Cougars. So, you know, that's why you only saw 7 extra points here in the second half. But despite that, despite with playing bringing guys up, playing guys that normally don't get to see action. They still were able to keep the Bulldogs off the scoreboard, especially on those last 2 possessions of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and how about that for your young guys? Getting some confidence in there, getting some playing time, experiencing what it's really like playing in front of like this kind of crowd, and dominating still on this field.
And you mentioned the crowd. The crowd was electric. You felt that electricity throughout the stadium here tonight. And that electricity is kind of like what Toyota's done to their trucks. They've brought a dual engine. They have twin turbo V6 if you get the TRD Pro or the Limited. Comes with that twin turbo V6. Nothing sweeter than that. But it also has an electric engine in it that boosts the power of that Tundra, whether it's the Limited or the TRD Pro. And I guarantee you that electric engine in that Tundra truck of those two doesn't compare to the electricity here tonight in the Show Low. The Show Low fans brought here tonight against the Winslow Bulldogs.
No, it doesn't. And I think the Show Low fans would agree with me in my previous statement saying that Show Low should be the number 1 3A team, in my personal opinion. And I think they agree, and I think they can see something special happening here this season.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're now part of the Sports Zone Radio team. You now have a half a vote, okay? Not a full vote because you're still young and you're still a rookie. So you get a half a vote into the Sports Zone rankings. So that will be taken into consideration. And but Show Low definitely tonight put it on the Winslow Bulldogs. Getting some frustrations out from last week, right? Let's be honest. People probably weren't sure exactly how Show Low was going to show up tonight after last week's big game, the biggest on not just in the White Mountains, but also in the state of Arizona. And wasn't sure how they were going to come out, but they definitely released some frustrations from last week's loss to the Lobos.
And like you said, especially, and shout out to the coaches, to the players of Show Low, in not taking that loss too personally and too hard, and let them come back out here, getting those frustrations out, saying we're still the team to beat in 3A, and we're going to show it.
Absolutely, and they just dominated the Winslow Bulldogs. But let's give Winslow credit here tonight. I mean, I know they were dominated by the Cougars, and I'm not sure they even they finished the game with positive yardage here tonight, but they did not give up. I mean, they continued to play throughout the night. I didn't see 1 ounce of just, I'm not going to play tonight. Forget it. I'm not going to tackle this guy. They gave everything they had, every energy they had. They tried to score. They got down to the 1 yard line. Couldn't quite push it in. Had another opportunity. Just couldn't quite get into it. You got to give credit to the Winslow Bulldogs for never giving up here tonight.
Yeah, and how about that? I mean, to go down 50-0 at halftime, and yet you're still going out there, putting it all out on the field, playing with every play as hard as you can, and you do have to give credit to that Winslow team right there, because not too often do you see that, going out there and getting blown out and still wanting to go out there and just give it your all.
Yeah, and Keaton was probably wanting to, hey, let's not, but he took every snap. He went into pass formations. He was running for his life, and he still played every snap as if it was, winning the Super Bowl out there, and give credit to Winslow Bulldogs here tonight. But again, a dominating performance by the Show Low Cougars here tonight, just from the very get-go in that first half. They were able to cause a turnover, had short field, able to get into the end zone, got a special teams block punt, scored off of that, and then had another turnover, got short field, scored. I believe in the first half, the only time they didn't score on their possession was when they fumbled the ball. I believe that was on the 4th possession that they fumbled the ball after forcing a turnover against the Winslow Bulldogs. And Noah Brewer, Ryan Kishbaugh, those two, they didn't, they played the first half, really didn't play the second half. Look, Kishbaugh in that first half had 2 rushing attempts and 2 receptions. But guess what? Out of those 4 touches, had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay? Noah Brewer, he only threw 6 passes, completed 4. Out of those 4 completions, 3 were touchdowns. And he had a rushing touchdown for 69 yards. Pedraza came out and was able to go forth and in the second half be lead the offense and was able to lead him forward and scored a touchdown himself. But that 3-headed monster is just, for the Show Low Cougars, is something to experience.
Yes, it is. And like you said, that 3-headed monster, like we see every week, is unreal. Fast, strong, and unstoppable.
Well, we've got, I believe, are we ready? Are we ready down there?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, perfect. Hey, we've got Stetson Walters.
How you guys doing?
Good. Hey, Stetson, tremendous game here tonight. Dominating performance by the defense. Let's talk about that.
Thank you very much. Let's talk about it.
So, out there, you guys, I don't know if I'm sure Coach will tell you guys here when you guys meet up and go over the stats, but I believe Winslow didn't have any positive yardage to end this game.
No, I don't believe so. I mean, we put a good defensive plays out there. I mean, we worked really hard for this. I mean, we came in with a good game plan. We came in with the mindset of no yardage, so that's what we did. So, yeah.
Yeah, and how about that one play? You looked like you should be on the volleyball court right there on that one batted pass down. You spiked that ball right down into the ground.
Yeah, that should have been an interception right there. I was hoping for an interception right there.
Yeah, you probably, but you got so excited, you're just like, I'm just gonna throw that ball into the ground. But that was a great play, and just talk about your defensive scheme, because you guys, it's almost like you knew what Winslow was doing out there.
Yeah, I mean, we practiced their play. We practiced what we thought they were going to do, and that's what happened. So we just locked down their offense. So we came out with a good defensive plan. That's what happened.
Well, let's talk about, were you able to get a little frustration out here tonight against Winslow after last week's loss against the Lobos?
100%, yes. We put all our frustration to Winslow, but I give them mad respect for coming out. The QB, respect for keep playing, keep getting up after them. So.
Yeah, they did a nice job. I just want to mention that because we talked about that. At Winslow, despite the scoreboard, 57-0, they kept playing and they kept trying to score.
Oh, yeah.
They never gave up. How about that? I mean, you got to give credit to the Bulldogs.
You got to give a lot of credit for them, man. They just kept going and going and going and going. They just kept getting back up.
That is perfect. Well, Stetson, we appreciate your time here tonight. You are one of the co-players of the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. You are part of that because of your defensive stalwart, but not just the defense, but also on the offensive line. And now, Stetson, we're going to go and get ready to talk to your other co-player of the game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, Armane Flores.
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Cody, what a nice gentleman right there, Stetson. Just giving kudos right there. Mm-hmm. We didn't have to say anything. He's the one that brought it up about the Winslow Bulldogs.
Yeah, and how about, I think that just pays respect not only to them, but pays his respect to them and how he is as not only an athlete on the field, but off the field as well.
Absolutely. Not a lot of people would just go give credit to the Bulldogs a lot. They'd be all over like, oh, we just dominated them, but not Stetson doing a nice job. And I believe now we're ready for our co-player of the game, the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Armane Flores, can you hear us? Flores, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, nope, good. We're good. I just want to make sure we're on. And It's Armane, is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure I'm pretty good at messing up names. So, Armane, let's talk about, we talked to Stetson about the defense play of the Cougars. You guys really dominated out there, but for you, you dominated also on the defense, but I want to talk to you on the offensive side of the ball, because offensively, you guys could not be stopped, and it was due to the offensive line, you guys up front.
You know, we just put in a lot of work. Honestly, it's all about the practice we put in. We're on and off the field 24/7. It's about all we do.
Well, you know, again, you guys did a tremendous job blocking up front, providing holes for Kishbaugh, and for Brewer, and for Pedraza. And let's just, again, you know, we saw you in week 1 giving off a dominating performance offensively against Valley Christian. I know it's in the practice, but are you guys doing a lot of film work and really just understanding the offense?
It's really just individually. You study film on your own, you know, you get the work done. And honestly, it's just something I love to do. We do it all the time. I've been with the boys playing ball for a long time, you know. And, you know, just having them behind my back, getting those blocks so they can go upfield and get in the end zone. It's just something I love to do, you know.
Right. And describe that feeling when you know that you've opened up that hole and allowed, like, Nash Brewer to go on a 69-yard touchdown run, or Kishbaugh to have a reception and then run down to the end zone. What kind of...
Dude, I love it, man. It's about the best feeling you could possibly feel. It's something I love. Keeps me going every day, you know. We work out the kinks all the time in practice, only making it better so we can happen game day and you guys can see us looking good.
Well, looking good you guys are doing here so far this season. And you know, we asked Stetson if you guys were able to put out a little frustration against Winslow here tonight after that loss to Snowflake. You feel like you got some frustrations out?
Yeah, most definitely. They started hanging their heads low about the second quarter. I was just trying to keep them up. You know, it was a ball game. I wish we could have played all 4 quarters, but we're letting the subs do their thing, trusting them, getting them better so we can go all the way, get the state championship.
Well, definitely, you know, you're probably on the sideline as, like you're talking about having the subs come in and play, and I'm sure you were on the sidelines cheering them on, trying to make sure that they did get that donut.
Yeah.
Didn't allow the Bulldogs in.
Something we were really shooting for, a goose egg, you know. We should have done it a couple more times. Definitely on pacing, but it didn't happen. We just have to keep our heads up, stay focused for these games like this.
Well, Armani, I appreciate the time you took to give us this interview, and congratulations on being the co-player of the game, the Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good one.
Armane Flores, Stetson Walters, our co-players of the game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Cody Brown, you agree?
Absolutely. They showed why they were the Sports Zone Player of the Games, both offensively and defensively, giving that push on the offensive side and getting that goose egg on the defensive side.
Well, you know, it's always talked about the trenches, right? You got to win the trenches to win a game. It doesn't matter if you put up 57 points or you hold someone to 0. It's not because of a great quarterback or a great secondary. It's because somebody in the trenches is making a play and they're forcing the flow of the game. They're disrupting that flow on the opposite side of the ball, or they're controlling it. And right here, that's what we saw. 2 out of the 5 guys on the offensive line and 2 of them on the defensive line that we talked to, Flores and Walters, in controlling that line of scrimmage and really digging in on the trenches.
Yeah, and they showed here today, like they have the past couple weeks, their quickness, their explosiveness, their power, their strength, just up there, just pushing, and getting and allowing their offense to work, allowing their defense to work, and like you said, just winning those trenches and being able to win those games.
And folks, here in the White Mountains, you're going to be treated to a Saturday game. There is a Saturday game tomorrow, okay? Blue Ridge versus Window Rock. Blue Ridge at Window Rock. And guess what? Sports Zone Radio will be carrying that game. That's going to be here on 98.5 KRFM at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. tomorrow. You'll be able to listen on this station, on this app, and listen to the game, listen to the Yellow Jackets travel to Window Rock. That's 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. You get to listen to the sweet tones of Floyd Simmons calling your game tomorrow. And also coming up here shortly will be the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show hosted by Floyd Simmons. But we're going to take a commercial break. We're going to come back, and we'll recap and look forward to next week's games. You're listening to Byron Brown, B Square, Cody Brown on the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Whenever the time comes that your family has a medical need, Summit Healthcare is here with trusted care close to home, specializing in cardiology, ear, nose, and throat, orthopedics, pediatrics, primary care, pulmonary, urology, wound care, and more. Summit Healthcare continues to add doctors and specialties so that finding the right specialists is more convenient than ever. Summit Healthcare, here for the care you need.
Explore beyond your limits with Samsung's new A03s smartphone. Free for a limited time at Naked Mobile. Activate 2 months of our $75 a month 60GB LTE data plan and get the Samsung Galaxy A03s smartphone for free. Capture awesome pics with a triple lens rear camera or shoot video in HD, Bluetooth, GPS, and side fingerprint sensor for fast access and 32GB of internal storage. Get out and explore the world. At Naked Mobile, we've got you covered for free at any Cellular One store near you or at nakedmobile.com.
For all things fun, festive, and spooky, for fall and Halloween, visit the Hallmark Gold Crown store in Pine Top. And during any season, you can count on Hallmark to have that special card you're searching for that captures all the feels and moments you want to express. Make spending time this fall more shareable with an incredible assortment of beautiful candles, kitchen, and home decor from all the brand names you love. At Hallmark, smiles are made together.
Any insurance agent can provide a quote, return a phone call, or claim to have the best rates. But will your current agent fight alongside you if and when you need to make a claim, discuss options when life changes, or put you and your needs first? At the Troy Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency, that's exactly who you'll get. People over profit. Years of expertise and knowledge, personalized service, and a straightforward, comprehensive, and cost-effective insurance solution. Call or visit the Merrill Farmers Insurance Agency now and experience exactly what you've been missing.
Imagine this, a professional healthcare partner that's concerned about you, your choices, your health, your safety. At White Mountain Regional Medical Center in Springerville, choice and elevating your healthcare experience is the mission of our new CEO, experienced physicians, and friendly staff. Whether you need a rapid COVID-19 test, a vaccination, or you're looking to utilize the newest MRI, CT scan, or nuclear medicine technology, White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
The Simmons Media Group and Sports Zone Radio was proud to be the recipient of the Professional Indoor Football League's award for Top Game Day Broadcast for our work providing full television, live streaming, and radio production for the Arizona Rattlers. You can catch our live video stream broadcasts of White Mountains football on the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page and YouTube channel. This is Floyd Simmons inviting you to join us every Friday for the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show and Sports Zone Radio's award-winning live video sports coverage.
Welcome back to Show Low Stadium, where you just got done listening to the Show Low Cougars victorious over the Winslow Bulldogs 57-0. A dominating performance by the Show Low Cougars here tonight in all facets of the game, special teams, offense, defense, and you listen to Stetson Walters and Armani Flores, the co-players, Sports Zone Radio Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. This is Byron Brown, Cody Brown. You're listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. And Cody, we're gonna dive into some numbers We're going to dive into the end result here, and we're going to start with the Winslow Bulldogs for the night. Time of possession, 29 minutes, 41 seconds. They had 8 first downs. They kind of started their last 2 drives. They were able to push the ball and get the ball, got some momentum, put themselves in position to score, but were denied by the Show Low defense. They had a total yards of 72. I didn't think they had positive, but those last 2 drives, I think, pushed them over the edge. 46 total plays, average gain 1.6 yards.
Yeah, that's tough sledding right there for the Winslow Bulldogs all game long until those last 2 drives.
Well, here's where they got their yardage from, right? Yards passing, 85 yards. They had 85 yards. Keaton was 6 of 17 for 85 yards, 2 interceptions. Rushing for the Winslow Bulldogs. Rushing is basically what the temperature is in Minnesota starting in December. Minus 13. Minus 13 is what the Winslow Bulldogs had tonight. On 29 rushes, they averaged 0.4 yards per rush. Negative 0.4 yards per rush. They had Matthew Chittenden was 5 attempts, minus 16 yards. Keaton, the quarterback for the Bulldogs, had 18 attempts. He had 14 yards. He had a few nice runs there at the end to get him to positive yards. Ty Despain had 3 attempts for negative 7 yards. Isaiah Romero, 2 attempts for minus 1. And Seth for 1 attempt for minus 3 yards. And we're going to get down over here to the receiving, to the positive part of the Winslow Bulldogs offense here tonight. Tavian Garcia, 1 reception for 10 yards. Ty Despain, 1 reception for 0 yards. Vinny, my cousin Vinny, with 3 receptions for 51 yards. And Romero with 1 reception for 24 yards. So here tonight for the Winslow Bulldogs, really, really tough sledding here tonight against the defense that just was out here to make a point.
Yeah, getting that, like you said, getting that frustration out from the Snowflake game after that tough loss. Like you said, just almost, it really was a rivalry game. Even though they're in different divisions, it's still a mountain game. You're still showing who's top of the mountain, and just losing by 1 score is a tough loss.
And they wanted to take out their frustrations here tonight, and you know, maybe, just maybe, because I guarantee you after last week, you know, they probably heard, well, the Snowflake Lobos are the best team on the mountain. So, you know, they probably wanted to come out and say, you know what, we're going to show that we're the best team in the 3A, in the White Mountains in 3A football. And here tonight, they definitely showed that. And almost, you know, with your half vote that you get, you know, you're voting them with that half vote as the number 1 ranked team going to next week. You say, Show Low, the way they've played here tonight, the way they played in week 1, the games that we have seen, that they have been dominating. And these are domination of 3A opponents. And, you know, through those, and losing to a very good 4A team, Snowflake Lobos, puts them at the number 1. We'll see. We'll see how far your half vote goes here with the Sports Zone rankings. But here we'll take a look at the Show Low stats here tonight. And time of possession, 18 minutes, 25 seconds. They had 8 first downs. I think at the first half they had 7. Total yards, 380. At the first half they had 321. Yards rushing, 271. Yards passing, 109. So you're even though they didn't get a lot of yardage, 69 yards in the second half, but they really didn't need it. And I think they played a little conservative. They also had a lot of their, you know, backups and call, you know, people that were on JV up there. You can see a little bit of the miscommunication on some of the plays with Pedraza, you know, as the quarterback trying to, you know, guide his young guys out there. But what they did get was experience on the offensive line. After a dominating performance in the first half, they put in the second team, and they were able to get some, you know, as you said, much needed playing time here in the second half. Noah Brewer, 4 of 6 for 105 yards, 3 touchdowns. Ray Pedraza, 1 for 1 for 4 yards. On the rushing attack for the Show Low Cougars here tonight, you had Ryan Kishbaugh, Rock the Kishbaugh. He had 4 attempts for 34 yards, 1 touchdown. Ray Pedraza, 7 attempts, 66 yards, 1 touchdown. Nash Brewer had 2 attempts, 87 yards with that 69-yard touchdown run. Jeff Walker, 6 attempts, 41 yards. Carson Cooper, 3 attempts, 43 yards with a long of 39. And receiving tonight, you had Colton Cloyd with 1 reception, 23 yards, and a touchdown. Ryan Kishbaugh with 2 receptions, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Colton Tidwell, 1 reception for 17 yards. And Kyron Charlie, 1 reception for 4 yards. And again, the numbers may not show the domination that they had tonight, but a lot of that was because the defense had 4 turnovers in the first half and gave the offense great field position.
Yes, they did. And like you said, the dominance isn't quite shown in the numbers here, but it was a complete domination by that Show Low team tonight, and getting this win and taking out that frustration from last week and showing their dominance in the 3A.
Definitely, and we'll see how far your vote goes, your half vote, for them to number 1. But definitely a performance worthy of a number 1 ranking. Right now, number 3. We'll see what happens, because you know what's coming up after us? It's the Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show, hosted by Floyd Simmons, and he'll be able to tell us, hey, how did number 2 team do, Eastmark? How did number 1 Thatcher do? We'll find out. If any of those guys slip up, hey, that just after this performance here tonight allows the Show Low Cougars to move on up. But what I think you're right. I think at least it puts them in the conversation for that number 1 spot with Thatcher. But Thatcher's had some very good performances here so far. We'll see what happens tonight. But I do see that after tonight's performance by Show Low, they did put some separation between them and anyone behind them, say Push Ridge, probably even Eastmark. Did they do enough to get past Thatcher? We don't know what Thatcher did tonight. That's on your Ace Hardware Scoreboard Show coming up right after us. But a dominating performance here by the Show Low Cougars tonight at their home field, where they hosted the Winslow Bulldogs and came out victorious 57-0. Any final words, Cody?
All I'm going to say is, even though I only get a half vote on this in Show Low being the number 1 team, is by the end of the year, by the end of the season, we'll see who's number 1.
Well, we want to say thank you to our Sports Zone crew, Derek Simmons, Noah, and Sonia Simmons as our statistician, Cody Brown, Floyd Simmons, the pseudo-producer over there. This is Byron Brown wishing all a safe travels. God bless, God's peace, God's love out to every single one of you. You've been listening. Okay, sorry, he's asking for music. Because we're going out.
Oh, what music?
You've been listening to the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota. This is Byron Brown with Cody Brown saying thank you and God bless.
You've been listening to Snowflake Lobos Football, presented by Hatch Toyota. Join us every Friday on the Sports